gonna eat some marmite. You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna finish doing some dishes. Sometimes that needs to get done. So I'm just telling y'all that's what needs to get done. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some dishes. Won't that be fun? Doesn't that just sound like a blast? It will be. It's gonna be so much fun. Then try some marmites. I don't even know if I spelled it right. I'm gonna try some marmite. I'll be right back. Terribly sorry. No, Marmite, dude. I don't drink Coca-Cola. If you're talking Dutch tonight, are you tech support? Yes. I gotta do some dishes. I wish I didn't have to, but I have to. It's part of cooking. So I'm going over here, and I know you're not gonna really like this, but that's what's gonna happen here. So what? That bums you out that I'm gonna do some dishes? Why? I got Marmite, right? Yeah, you're just gross. Marmite. We'll have some. I want to open it and just sort of. I got to do some dishes. So. Yeah, I know. I was gonna do Vegemite, and then I was told that Marmite is sort of more delicious. But I will try Vegemite. This is what I got. So eat a spoon. That's not how you eat it. I'm not doing that. It'll be bad. It'll be bad. I got to do some dishes. If you Marmite is a bit sweeter. Right? I'm doing some dishes. If it bums you out, I'm sorry. what? I'm not going to do this. Probably one. With her, and I'm in my 20s and I can't a girl. I've been told by other guys I could have any girl I want. Why do you take theirs? Apparently you can't have any woman that you want. Billy, maybe you're a loser. That could be. You know. It ain't me, huh? How are you going to prepare the Marmite? Toast and butter. And then also, I've been told it's great as a drink. So I'm going to do that. 3 to 11. God, I don't know. It's better than it was earlier. Does that count? I was about to say, haha. It's pretty shitty this morning. Will you ever do a 24, 40 hour? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's just a real long video. So this is a live stream. It's could be real long, right? See, you're bumming me out until somebody shows up, so you're just gone. See, tech support's a loser. You know, this is nonsense. It's nonsense. You sound like a right-wing nut job. Seriously. Which there are many. I should ask him, do you support QAnon? He probably does. The world is on that. You got to do dishes sometimes. They got all stacked up. I got a puppy coming. Got a puppy doing a board and train. So, you know, this is the truth. Every time somebody contacts me before they get the puppy, it's always somebody that is using common sense. Like they want the experience of the puppy. I think Bowser, like that dog, the apricot boy, I think his dad was like planning on having him like longer, and then he was like, same thing. I think I had Bowser at like 10 weeks or something. He had him for a couple weeks. Same thing with this dog that's coming. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's easier to pass it off to somebody. Like I'm like a nursemaid. I'm a nursemaid that starts conditioning in the proper stuff on the dog. It's the way to do it. The dog still goes back a puppy. Now, with that said, the dog, when it goes back, will be like, you know, over 5 months, a little bit over 5 months, something like that. It'll be able to do everything. Weed pulls, pick up keys, probably catch a frisbee, be compliant, know all the commands. What dog would be more what dog would be more compliant? The puppy at 6 months, or a dog that had a board and train as an older dog? A dog that had the board and train as an older dog. But see, the puppy's going back still as a puppy. So the owner's in a position at that point just to step in and start working with the dog. So that's sort of optimal is what you want. You know that the dog, you know, like, don't keep the puppy until it's a year old and get all these problems in the dog puppy will be able to do everything going back. The first day that we meet with the owner, at, when the board and train's ending, dog has to go through everything. Well, the dog will be compliant. It's just like puppies sort of have like a little ADD going. But you'll see when I'm doing training, man, the dog, by the time the dog leaves, it'll be doing the dummy launcher. The dog will be compliant. The dog will be able to sit down, whoa, here, heel, and kennel, all taught as implied stays. It's like, it's an investment in the dog. The dude wants to have a dog that's badass. He'll have a dog that's badass at 6 months. Seriously. He'll be able to work with the dog off leash. I'm not saying that he won't use a leash with the dog. He will. He'll still use a leash, and at times he'll use a leash, but he's gonna have a badass dog. Yeah, I have a 6-month-old dog that can pick up keys. He'll have a 6-month-old dog that can do weave pulls. Hey, Abdul, your stuff is out. It's on the way. Thank you, dude. Seriously, he'll have a dog that can do all this. He needs to like step in and keep conditioning the dog, but that's the way to do it. That's definitely the way to do it. What is the smartest dog breed? That's just nonsense. It's not even important anyway. The smartest dog breed? No, man, listen, they're all about the same. As far as intelligence goes, dogs fall on a spectrum, somewhere in here. But it's more about like what dog is trainable. Like they're all sort of this smart, which isn't that smart. They're all real trainable. You can't compare the dog brain with the human brain. We have a lot of gray matter up here, and with the gray matter, did you dip the print in? No, we didn't do that. So human beings have like all this sort of problems, where the dog doesn't have problems, not related to like emotional stuff. Dogs have behavioral problems due to having stuff improperly trained into the dog. Okay? So that's what it's about. That is exactly what it's about. You don't want to train stuff into the dog, and that's a lot of people. Hey, Dragon, you don't want to train stuff into the dog unwittingly, and that's what people do. So like the smart dog, the person that's smart that gets a puppy, like they contact me before they get the dog. That's a really good sign. Because they're already thinking like, maybe that would be the approach to take, and it is the correct approach to take. And then they get to watch the videos, and then we meet up after the board and train, and then we go over everything, because I'm telling you, just watching the videos is not going to cut it. You have to do lessons. You have to learn how to hold a leash. It takes 3 days for most people to learn how to hold a leash. It's not what people think. Like you see me doing it with 2 dogs out there in the back. You're like, oh, I could do that. No, it looks easy. That doesn't mean that it's easy. It's difficult. Now, removing a dog's testicles. Okay, don't listen to anybody on this channel that tells you to do something. Removing a dog's testicles makes it for an unhealthy dog. That doesn't have anything to do with your dog's behavior. You want your dog's behavior to be good? That has to do with conditioning and training. It doesn't have to do with fixing the dog. It's unhealthy because it causes more incidences of cancer, joint disease. Read the studies done by University of California, Davis. Okay? it makes for a very unhealthy dog. And why would you do that? Are you not responsible enough? Are you not responsible enough to not let the dog breed or run around the street? That's what it is. You don't have to get the dog, the male or female dogs fixed. Man, I watch dogs that go in heat here, you know, come on. Toto's going to be going in heat soon. Do you think I'm worried she's going to get pregnant while she's here? No. No. It's absurd. Maybe Toto is away from the boys for a week and a half. I move her into another room. That's it. She shouldn't need to be fixed. Read the studies done at University of California, Davis on fixing your dog. It makes them unhealthy. Does it make the dog healthier? Would it be healthier for you? Think about it. Think about it. It makes them unhealthy, okay? Dog trainers have known about this for years. It's the veterinary community really advocates for it, and also because there's so many irresponsible people, the people that run animal shelters advocate for it because people are so irresponsible. Just in this area, my area alone that I live in, and when I was living in Brooklyn, man, I knew people that were just like letting the dog breed. Like, they could have taken the dog and get the dog fixed then, but they had to let the dog have puppies because it's the miracle of birth. Give me a break. We got 4 million dogs dying every year. 4 million dogs die every year. I don't have a favorite breed. I like dogs. That's it. This is nonsense. We have irresponsible people and unrealistic people. Unrealistic that they think that they can get a dog and not really put time and effort into training the dog, one. And two, thinking that they don't have to train the dog if they get the dog fixed or some nonsense like that. You get the dog fixed so that it can't procreate. That's it, and that's the only reason. If you have a behavioral problem, if you have an aggressive dog and you get it fixed, you know what? That aggression is still there after you get it fixed. That is a fact. That's a fact. I worked in animal shelters. I've seen it. I've been around dogs all my life. I would not be telling you this if it wasn't true. You have a behavioral problem with your dog, you do training and change the behavior. Then if you want to get it fixed because you're so irresponsible that you can't keep the dog in your yard, then that's another story. You know, it's absurd the way that we treat canines. It's absolutely absurd. It's not right. We should treat them better. They're everywhere on this planet. They're everywhere on this planet, on every continent except Antarctica. So everybody thinks because they're everywhere, and like the U.S., we have 4 million dying every year, and about the same amount of human beings getting bit every year. 4 million human beings, half of those being children. So adults are not immune to getting bit. Kids get bit. And let me tell you another statistic that really stinks. This sums it up with people. 46% of all puppies that are acquired are in the system. They're given up in the first year. Chew on that. Chew on that. And you know something? It's always, oh, I can do it, and then this is too much work. Yeah, where you have a job, you have all this going on, and then you want to get a dog. Like you don't have enough, or you got a kid, you got kids, and then you're labeling the dog as stupid because, poor puppy. Like the dog didn't understand your nonsense screaming at it. You couldn't take the time out and train the dog. It's just such nonsense. It's nonsense. It's irritating at the very least. Cats don't do too much better either. I'll tell you something. There's gonna be people that have cats that aren't gonna like hearing this. You got a cat? You let your cat go outside? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? They don't need to go outside. They don't need to kill. You know, cats kill, I believe, 40 billion birds a year in the U.S., something like that. I think it's 40 billion. It's something outrageous. You want me to look it up? Somebody else can look it up. How many birds do cats kill in the U.S. every year? The minimum is 4 billion, but it might be 40 billion. It's a lot of birds that unnecessarily need to die. Those are songbirds. You just unleash your cat that is an environmental disaster. 2.4 billion, is that what they're saying? Still, it's a lot of birds. 2.4 billion. What about mice? What about everything? Butterflies? They're an environmental disaster on a small scale. 40 billion might be the whole planet, I guess. No, it'd probably be more than that. This is the U.S. alone. But that's still an outrageous amount of songbirds that don't need to die. Think about all the other animals, lizards. They just kill whatever. And people say the same thing. Well, you know, it's like, a cat will be a cat. Well, yeah, it can be inside. My cat bucket doesn't kill birds. It lives inside. I feed it. I mean, seriously. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. You don't want to clean out the litter box? Don't get a cat. No. He's not here. No, we haven't had the Marmite yet. We're going to, though. I'm doing some dishes. I'm bitching about human beings. Hey, and pet birds don't have it good. How many pet birds are in cages their entire life? Like, absolutely their whole entire life. Like, never get out. I'm not talking about, like, but never get out. What's the point? What is the point? Nobody said it was going to be easy. People are like, they just sort of like think, what about pet rats? They're a good pet. Pet rats are cool. I know people that have, I know a girl, Kathy Shaw's got pet rats. She loves them. Listen, bird brain, the notion that birds are stupid is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They have a high neural, like, they don't have the same brain as us. On the outside, it might look like it's more primitive or something. I don't know if I'm using the correct term, but it has a higher neural density than like most mammals. So they're not stupid. It's just they're different. They're different, and that's a huge problem. That people start, looking at every animal in an anthropomorphic way. Like, if it's not like a human, it's not worthy. Or if it's not smart, we can eat it. Or if it's smart, we can't eat it. That intelligence shouldn't be the criteria for eating something. And I'm a meat eater. It just sounds like nonsense. Like, and then I see this stuff on the internet. Like, oh look, the elephants are having a funeral. They're having a funeral for the baby elephant. No, they're not. The mother elephant and the other elephants, there's this instinct to stay with the young. They can't comprehend what's going on, and they don't leave the baby until it starts stinking. And then they give up and move on. Elephants' eyes water. They're not crying, okay? They're confused. They're confused. They're supposed to stay, but the baby won't get up. they're not having a funeral. Okay? It's bullshit. Everybody, all human beings think that all animals are like us. All animals are unique, but I mean, as far as like having psychological problems and stuff like that, we're unique in like that. Like dogs don't have that. They have behavioral issues. They don't have psychological issues. You never hear about a dog committing suicide. Anytime I hear, oh, my dog's depressed, I'm like, you're depressed and you're projecting upon your dog, because if your dog was around me, it wouldn't be depressed. Your dog isn't depressed, you're depressed. Dogs don't have depression. They have stuff that really confuses people, like separation anxiety. That's a trained-in behavior. That's trained, the humans do that. That's the overly loving owner that does that. You know, it freaks the dog out before they're gonna go. Oh, mommy, you'll be right back. It's absurd. And then they can never get the dog fixed, but they also won't spend money. They can't do it. They can't do it. And the thought of like crating the dog before they leave or something like that. Oh, I can't do that. That's like jail. But they give the dog separation anxiety, and then the dog with separation anxiety is miserable, ripping down curtains and tearing up the house and barking and shitting all over. And the owner comes in all pissed off. And then the owner's like held hostage, like sort of held hostage by the dog that they created. They created this dog that's a mess. And they sort of try and live with it. They won't do anything about it. They won't spend money. You know what they'll do? They'll try and take the dog to the vet and get stuff prescribed for it, where it has to do with the dog's behavior. It's a behavioral issue, and if the owner can't change, the dog, like, you know, whatever meds they prescribe just kind of like take the edge off a little. It's still there. Oh, we can't spend thousands of dollars on a dog. Why could we do that? We got the dog from an animal shelter. That's common, by the way. People that get dogs, that buy dogs, will spend money on training. People that adopt dogs, by the way, that's an adoption. You're not rescuing the animal when you get it from an animal shelter. That's not rescuing the animal. The person that took the dog off the street rescued the animal. You adopted it like everybody else, like I do. But with that said, I was involved in animal rescue, so I know the difference. So don't ever use that, because if you say that in front of somebody that does animal rescue with a dog, it's offensive. You adopted a dog, just like everybody else. You want to go to the animal shelter? But statistically, like the dogs that I train are mostly purebred. That's a fact. You could talk to other dog trainers too. That's sort of like, you know, that people will put serious money in a purebred dog. Like if they're getting a puppy, like this person, the healer that's coming, he's smart. He wants a badass dog. He's investing money to get a badass dog so he can work with the dog. He wants to work with the dog. What's the easiest way to do that? Have me get the dog going, get stuff conditioned in, and then do lessons. That's smart. That's smart. Now I'm not saying that people that adopt dogs aren't smart. I've adopted many dogs. Many. I'm just saying, generally speaking, people that adopt dogs aren't willing to spend thousands of dollars to get the dog trained, which is sort of absurd but true. And I don't know why that is. I think that a lot of times there's this people, like I said, like they're like, oh, I'm gonna rescue the dog, you know, like, and then they want to talk about it, like, oh, how I rescued him. You adopted the dog, you didn't rescue it. People that do animal rescue dogs. You adopted the dog. It's more about that, like, look at me, I'm such a good person. I rescued this dog. But then the dog is never trained. And they do this just ridiculous shit with the dog its entire life. It's all about, like, The dog gets old, and then they're like giving the dog the bucket list before it dies, taking a video of the dog eating donuts or something. Yet the dog has cancer or something, and they're giving it donuts. Like, they're not trying to give it a better diet. They're giving it the bucket list before it dies, as if it needed ice cream. People are pieces of crap. Dogs get screwed around every year. It just never stops. It never stops. The majority of people, it's a fact that I train their dogs. They're purebred dogs. They're people that go into it logically. I'm getting a puppy, and at some point, I'm sending it to Peter. He's going to get the thing trained, and then I'm going to step in. That's smart. It's smart. People are so unrealistic, too. Like, oh, I want to get a service dog, but I want to adopt it from a shelter. Yeah, well, that's possible. But they want to go out and look. They're looking for the way. They want a dog to look a certain way. And then they're like, oh, that'll be my service dog right there. It's not even logical. You look for dogs with certain traits. You would want to, for a service dog, you want some, and I train service dogs. I train physical assist service dogs. Every dog that comes here learns that, whether they're going to be a full-on service dog for somebody with, disabilities. They're learning that crap because it's good for the dog. But they're totally unrealistic. They just want a dog to look a certain way. Like, oh, it's cute. That's my service dog. No, you look for a dog that's real calm. You don't look for like something that's like, oh yeah, that's the dog I always dreamed of. Look at that dog. That dog's awesome. You don't know how many times I've turned down jobs of just ridiculous people. My wife is deaf. We need a dog that can, alert my wife when the doorbell rings. Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm gonna go to the shelter and pick one up. Oh, so you're contacting me, but you don't want me to try and steer you to the correct dog? You're just gonna go get any dog? And that's going to be your hearing assist dog? It's insanity. It's unrealistic. I don't want. Sorry, I don't want to work with you. And they're like, well, why not? Because you're being unrealistic. You don't get it. Click. It's never ending. It's never ending with people, man. They're just. 4 million die every year. 46% of all puppies that are acquired, the first year they are gone. They're given up. 46%. That's almost half of all puppies. It's outrageous. That doesn't, and when I say that, I'll tell you what, I bet most people hear that and it doesn't bother them. So what? It's a dog. That's because there's a lot of people out there that are pieces of crap. It's the truth. Lots of people are just generally crappy and don't really care. It's more about them. Like, oh, I got to have the dog up on the bed. Yeah, but that's not so good for the dog. Well, I can't have a dog unless it's up on the bed with me. And they might have had a dog sometime in their life that was like an easy kind of dog that could be on a bed. So then they get a second dog, and all of a sudden the dog is like a problem and has leash aggression. And, it's just acting out, lunging at people on the street. I'm like, well, what do? Do you get people food? I ask these people, like, do you get people food? Yeah, I do sometimes. Either you do or you don't. Okay, sometimes. So that's, you do. Do you let the dog sleep in your bed? Oh, yeah, every night. Right? Every night. I'll tell you what, this is very common, and I know this is going to hurt, but it's very common that it's a chick that lets the dog sleep in the bed. And it's like some chick around my age or a little bit younger. and they've sort of like had it with like men. They've had it with dating, and it's like their surrogate like boyfriend. You know, they want that warm body sleeping in the bed, so they get a dog, and they love the dog, but they can't break the habit of, you know, not having the dog in the bed, and the dog has leash aggression. It's terrible. It's terrible. That is so common in dogs. Oh, this is split. That's so common in dogs that sleep in beds. Is leash aggression. It's just. Oh, look at that. Mary Canary. Oh, thank you, Mary Canary. You should join the channel. I like your name. You should join, and that is not subbing. That's joining the channel, because I got a lot of stuff coming out on Bigfoot, and I'm sure you're really into that. I got a puppy coming. I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of videos with. It's a red heeler puppy. Oh, it's a blue heeler. This is my new account. Oh, is it Mary? Mary the physics Mary? Physics Mary, is that who we're talking to? From a southern school? Yes, okay. What's up, Mary? Why do you have another account? Was somebody bothering you? Mary C. Mary C. Canary. What an adorable name. Why'd you get rid of your other account? Oh, I gotta plug this in. Hang on. Is joining and subscribing the same thing? No, absolutely not. Not even close. Sup, Mary? Sup? You look much older, Peter. I hope you remain healthy and happy. Oh, okay, we'll get rid of you, because you're just absolutely just a ridiculous. I look much older. Yeah, well, every day we get older, idiot. Look much older, really? Because I'm probably, this is the truth. Physically, I'm better than I've been in 2 years. I had a hernia for the last 2 years. And let's see, my body mass index is about 19.5. I'm getting ready to fight this summer. I'm going to start working out tomorrow. I'm starting to do push-ups and sit-ups. So, of course, I look older to you. Older than what? Like my first videos? Yeah, that was 11 years ago, douche. What did you look like 11 years ago, tool? I mean, seriously. What did you look like 11 years ago? You look much older. Than your mommy? You look older than your mommy? Call out Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a tool. Is that what you wanted me to say? Isn't Jake Paul, what's his name, Paul's brother? He's a tool, isn't he? We hate Jake Paul. Well, I don't hate him. He's probably a tool, right? Come on, don't type in all caps. You should be McGregor's ring. No, I'm not going to do that. Come on, man. I'm a dog trainer, artist, comedian. But, you know, used to fight, so that's what I'm going to do. Because I still can. I still can. I'm in good shape. With the hernias, I couldn't. 19.5, man. I'm flyweight. I was 145. Maybe this time last year. 145. No, I haven't done it yet. I lost 20 pounds. Peter, have you ever tried to train Bucket? Yeah, Bucket comes when he's called. Bucket was sitting real good. He would sit real good for me. And Bucket works with, not so much lately, I haven't had him sitting, but Bucket works with dogs, like puppies that come in here and shit. He worked with Gus, the Labrador. Worked with Toto. He works with all of them. When this puppy comes in here, he will be grabbing, I can almost guarantee it's going to grab this blue heeler, bear hug it, and roll him down on the ground. Almost predictable. He's a 15-pound cat. He's going to put that dog in its place, and the dog's going to like it. So he'll do it with the real young dogs because he can get away with it. Puts them in their place. He loves puppies. Bucket loves the shit out of puppies. That sort of makes for a dog that's, oh, look at Mud. Welcome to Juvenile Sasquatch. That makes for a really, like a dog that's like good around cats. You know, it does. It's very helpful. As far as like socializing dogs with other dogs, that is, you have the puppy, all you have to do is have the puppy around other dogs and behaving itself. You don't let the puppy jump on the adult dogs or other puppies. That trains the dog to mock fight. You don't do that. That's not socializing the dog. That's training them to be a dick. I know it sounds strange because that's what most people think. Oh, I got to socialize the dog. No, you have to teach the dog to be calm around other dogs. So if they're not calm around other dogs, that's when the problems happen because, dogs are easy to excite. They're easy to excite. That's a problem. Excitement is the point when all dogs make a mistake. They bark, lunge, bite, or just don't listen. If you do this again, oh, hang on. Mary, I got you. Get them. Tear them up, Mary. Tear them up. That's the point when all dogs make a mistake. They bark, lunge, bite, or just don't listen. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Man, I don't care about the Super Bowl. That is not my sport. I don't care. Why would I care about that? That's like asking me who's going to win the World Series or something. I don't care about those two sports. I'd be more interested in highlight or I don't know. I'm more interested in watching Katya's soccer matches she watches. I'm serious, man. I'd rather watch that than baseball or football. I was never, this is true, I was never into baseball. My dad would come up to Kansas City and take me to like the Royals games when I was in art school. And the only reason why I went is because my dad was in town. He thought that I liked it. My little brother liked it. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. And what I'd do is I'd just drink beer. He picked me up once. I was building pools, right? Exhausted. It was exhausting, back-breaking work. My dad picks me up. We go to the baseball game. I'm drinking beer, and I fell asleep. It was later. It was probably 20 years later. I said, Dad, he said, who do you want, to win the World Series? I go, Dad, I don't like baseball. He goes, oh, I thought you did. I go, no, I never did. I just went with you because you were in town and it was something to do. I would have rather gone to a steakhouse and eaten a steak with my dad, which he would do that too. But he thought that I'd really be into seeing a baseball game. And football? Look at me. Why would I be into football? I'm 125 pounds as an adult. The most I've ever weighed is 145. I never played football. My mom wouldn't let me do a couple sports because I fell off this cliff when I was a kid. So I had a traumatic brain injury. She didn't want me to box, and she didn't want me to play football. So I didn't really want, I think at a point I wanted to do both those. I wanted to box for sure, and my dad said, well, I'll talk to your mom. And, you know, I'm sure he was just kind of shining me on because he knew it would probably be a bad idea. Grappling sports was fine though, you know, because you don't generally, you know, you're not pounding somebody's head. So that was fine. But so I didn't box. And football, you know, they had like the little league football or whatever it was. And so I didn't do that either, which, you know, I could have been in there. They would have let me play. But so I never played it, so I never really understand the game. I never really became like, I don't know. I know there's a quarterback. I can throw a football. I can catch a football. But it's not really, there's not anything that, like, oh yeah, the Super Bowl. I wouldn't even bet on the Super Bowl. Like, I don't even, it's like, I don't know. My brother is gay. He's totally into football. Sort of sums it up, doesn't it? It's true. He watches the Super Bowl. He has 2 kids that watch the Super Bowl. That watch football together. The brother that's gay, he played football too. The school that he went to, he played football. They had to at that school. Everybody had to play football, so he understands it more. And I think he probably digs the outfits. You know, it's not my sport. I don't know. Yeah, if you like it, that's cool. You know, I only go to the Super Bowl parties for the food. Yeah, but the food sucks, doesn't it? Isn't it the worst? Like, what's it like? What, like nachos and garbage like that? Mary, what's the wrench next to you? She's a moderator. I've known Mary forever. She'll get rid of people that are being bad. Oh, it is the worst. Barry, are you still riding horses? You still riding horses? See, I'd. Oh, sweet. I'm new to this. This sport. Oh, LGBT. Oh, you are? Yeah. I'd like to get a horse. I keep thinking about it. I just bought a new one from Saratoga. I think he told me that. I keep thinking about it. I do have a barn. There could be like a small paddock out front of the barn, just like 10 feet. And, like maybe just enough the horse could come out, see some sun. And then maybe put a door in the back of the barn so I could ride it out that way. The thing that I'm sort of attracted to, though, is like a draft horse. They're annoying to care for, but I like them. Yeah, I know it's a lot of work. I know that I could have somebody pick up, the poop. They'll do that for free. I would figure minimum you'd need for a horse, like as far as like care goes, like it's on your property, like $2-3 grand extra. Would that be correct? Intersex and asexual. Would that be correct? Like you should be able to have like $2 to $3 grand extra if you have a horse. Like you got to have something done. The vet has to come out and do it. No, not per month. It lives at my house, in the barn. I'm saying like for the whole year, $2 to $3 grand extra. Realistically, I'm not boarding it anywhere. I live here. Horses don't have to be thousands of dollars, man. You can pick up. This is true. You can pick up horses for $400 that need homes. I'm not sure. I had somebody up the street, like I was talking to them, they have a horse. I said, like, how much do I really need? That's what, she's a vet tech. She was saying, you can get a draft from the auction easy. I see. My whole deal with the draft horse is that from what I understand, is they're pretty mellow. Um, I don't know. I'd even just have a horse that I didn't have, like a really tiny horse, and just interact with it, like just pal around with it. Maybe do a cart. They have those carts that like, large dogs can pull. Depends on the type of care you want to give, but they're expensive when shit goes. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So over time, you would want to have an extra like $3,000 every year, and then, if it's real sick, it has to go someplace. God, I could imagine it's 10, 15 grand, Reptiles as pets, I was involved in herp rescue, and I really don't find them appropriate as pets. I find them extremely interesting. If you want to keep them as a pet, that's your deal, but there's many reptiles that just get, people keep them in cages or aquariums and say, oh, aren't they cool? And they are cool, and then they get tired of them and let them loose, which is illegal. You can't do that. Yeah, I feel bad for reptiles too. They're like cold-blooded. They don't really, there's a huge problem in New York City and Brooklyn was iguanas. And so I deal with a lot of iguanas, and then I deal with this place in Florida that'd be shipped down to Florida, and they would take care of them for the rest of their life. Some of the iguanas live with me though. I had two that just stayed with me, and they would crawl over you like you were a rock. They would treat you like you were a rock, but they would acknowledge you. If you had like lettuce in your hand, they might come towards you. Friendly, they got like, they get sort of barn sour and they'll stretch the shit out of you, or they'll whip you with their tail. Really, lettuce, raspberries, or strawberries, stuff like that, they were motivated by food, like once a day. But not really like, you walk into the room, they may or might not acknowledge you. They might not do a damn thing. So I don't really get it. I don't get people that keep snakes, for sure. That's me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, I don't really see him as a good, like a pet that acknowledges you. Now, a horse, yeah, it's warm-blooded and it's trainable. That you can definitely interact with. There's a horse up the street. It's so cool. I love this horse. It's like a smaller horse, but like see ya, and it'll come over to you. Like, here it comes. I don't have anything for it. It's just coming over to like chill a little bit. That's cool. Will a snake do that? No, it won't. We dog person and we say horses like that. Yeah, sure. My horse as a kid was friendly like that. Duke would like, he'd see ya, and he'd come walking over. Like he lived in a huge area, acres upon acres. They sort of stayed up front, and he'd come walking over. But a snake is not ever going to do that. A cichlid, a cichlid, some of the cichlids like Oscars, they will do that. I had Oscars when I was a kid that like, they see you. Those fish like acknowledge you, and if you put the hand in, you're cleaning out the tank or working on the tank, those Oscars will come over and like, do this, like want to get petted. but that's sort of a rarity. Definitely. I think you can like sort of food train a cichlid. You know, using like a light. But you know, once again, you're not talking about. It's a fish. It's a damn fish. I mean, all the warm-blooded animals are trainable. But I would like a horse. Maybe now that the pandemic might be over soon, right? Oh, little eggs. Puffer fish are pretty awesome. The saltwater puffer fish, yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't know. I've been kicking around the idea of a horse for years. That was, you know, that was a big part of my life when I was a kid. We had horses. I went to this camp, this riding and running camp. I loved it, man. It was like every weekend I go out and I ride the horses. I wanted to be a jockey. That's true. It was one of my ambitions. It was like the fourth. It was the fourth ambition that I had, was to be a jockey, and at about 13 or 14, it looked like I would be too big. And I sort of got it in my head like I would be too tall to be a jockey. So like my weight, I'm about 125 right now, but my height is totally inappropriate to be a jockey. I mean, I was into horses, but it's the one ambition. It's the one thing that I wanted to do as a kid that I gave up. The other three things I kept because I can still do it. I have no plans of becoming a jockey. But I would like to have a horse. Maybe just a quarter horse. I don't know. Maybe somebody's trying to get rid of an older horse, and I could give it a home. I gotta, you know, I'm getting stuff. Yeah, exercise riders. That's right. I'm getting stuff out of the barn right now and burning stuff that is like just not. Doesn't need to be in there. It's like old books that'll never be read, that are moldy, stuff like that. Boxes. I'm getting rid of all that. I'm trying to see how much room I have in the barn. There's furniture that I want to still some furniture I want to bring into the house and get that out of the barn. Like if I could get more of a reading on how much, I got plenty of room in the downstairs of the barn. I could have a horse and just build a pad, like this small paddock out front, so that the horse could just cruise outside and see daylight. The barn, it could even go around the side a little bit, as long as the horse could go around and turn around, which I think it could. I got some pawpaw trees over there, but not right up next against the barn, so I would have, I don't think it gets stuck. Side of the barn, I'd have 6 feet, something like that. 6 feet. I could a draft horse, no, but like a small horse, yeah, probably. Out front, it could be 10 feet out, I think. Hell, I'd chop down one of the pawpaw trees. I got so many pawpaw trees, it doesn't matter. I want a horse. I'm getting a horse. At some point, before I die, probably name it PogChamp, I think. Or maybe I'll name my horse Marmite. Man, awesome. That's badass, right? Come here, Marmite. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here, Marmite. You know. Marmite could have the whole downstairs of the barn. Pretty much. Marmite, there could even on the back side of the barn, I thought about this, there could be a window that swung open so Marmite could put his head back there, out of the barn, you know, just when the sun's out, if he wanted to go out there and look around. Marmite would love it, you know. How about Gus the horse? Gus the dog is here still. We could have Gus the horse. Why would I name it Gus? It could be named Marmite. You don't think that's a good name for a horse? Come on, man. That's a badass name for a horse. Marmite? Think about it. Little Legs knows. You get a horse, you have to get one of those. Hang on, I'm seeing. You have to get one of those lever action cut. I had one. I had a lever action. I've had two. I had a 30-30 and I had a 45-70. I had a Marlin 30-30 my father gave me that I sold when I was broke. And the 45-70 I bought in Long Island. I went out to this place in Long Island and bought it. I was out there and I'm like, what's that? He goes, that's a 45-70. Oh, let me see it. That was, maybe that was a Marlin too. I can't remember. Maybe that was a Marlin as well. I like the 45-70, but I mean, what's it really appropriate? You know, I guess deer hunting or something. It's pretty, I don't know, 450 grain bullet, something like that. Pretty heavy duty. I think a 30-30 or a, you know, 44, something like that would probably be, if I got a lever action, something like that. I don't know. I'd probably get a 30-30 again. That's what my dad gave me and I sold it when I was broke. I remember when he gave it to me. He gave it to my mom to give it to me. She was going to see me. They were separated, or they were divorced for a long time. And for some reason, my mom was going to see me. I can't remember what the situation was that I wasn't going to see my dad. But she said, your dad gave me something to give to you. And I said, oh yeah, what is it? What is it? Is it stupid? And she said, no, I think you're going to like it. And it was a Marlin 30-30. My dad knew what I liked. That's for sure. I like shit that he would like. But he definitely, my dad was more into guns than me, that's for sure. My dad had a curio and relic license. He had all kinds of shit. I don't see the need. You know, he was into like the collecting, like, where you know, I just have like stuff for sport. You know, no, he didn't have a cannon, but he had a Desert Eagle. I thought that was sort of ridiculous. I asked him, I said, like, why do you have that? I think that's a 50 cal. I go to, I don't know, I just thought I'd want one. He had all kinds of shit that, like, I saw no purpose in me having. He had that one 410, like, pistol. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a 410. It took shotgun shells and, oh, thank you. Noe. You know, it shot 410, and it's weird because like you can't have a sawed-off shotgun. That's a federal law. You can't have a sawed-off shotgun, but you can have a pistol that shoots shotgun shells. Like what is that? I guess you got that thing. Somebody knows the name of that. No, I don't have a hernia anymore. It was fixed. You know, I think he probably got it for like home protection or something. Which seems a little overkill. Does. Well, I don't know. Home invasions happen. The Judge, is that what it's called? I think you're right. I think you are right. That sounds right. It was something like that. I think you're right. I wouldn't, coming in this house, that would be sort of a mistake. It would. It'd be a bigger mistake than my father's house. My dad got, he got robbed. He was with his girlfriend in a Blockbuster video. Sort of changed my dad. And what happened was a bunch of guys came in and took everybody in the Blockbuster video and took them downstairs and, you know, locked them up, beat up the store manager trying to get in a safe or something. And my dad had a carry license before that, but then my dad, he did have a tendency to carry more. And I've never seen the I don't feel like I need to carry. So he sort of got into a little bit more after that happened. You know, stuff changes. But I was robbed cab driving. I was robbed 4 or 5 times. One time this dude put a garrote around my neck. It was a preppy dude, got in the car. Put this garrote around my neck. So sometimes I got out of the car. I could get out of the car and run. That was my approach. But see, I've chased people that didn't pay. It was like sport to me. But like a couple times I ran. I opened the door and just got out. One guy said he had a gun. I didn't believe he had a gun. I took off running. 2 guys had a knife. I opened the door and took off running. One guy got out of the car. I was running, and he had a knife, like a steak knife. And as of running, he was jacking me in the back of the feet, so I kept falling. And then he's like, "Where's the money?" He's got the steak knife. He's got me like this. Where's the money? It's in the glove. It's, you know, in the glove compartment box. Go get it. I don't want any trouble. I got a wife and 2 kids. And then he goes back to the car, and he's like, "Where is it?" I was fucking out of there. I was like, "Well, too late. You know, you let me go." But the guy that's a preppy dude that put the garrote around my neck, I didn't think too much about him because he was like this preppy dude. And he wanted to go to this area that was upscale, Brookside in Kansas City. I was driving in Kansas City. And so, as he's putting the garrote over my neck, I got my hand in there. So I had it in there. And then I remember he was like, "Where's the money? Where's the money?" I said, It's in here. It's in the ashtray. It's in the ashtray." And he had a problem holding the wire, the garrote, and getting into the front. He wanted to get in the front seat. So he had to let, like he had to like open the door and let go. And once he let go, I was off, and for some reason I grabbed the keys. So he was going to take the car and drive off, but he couldn't because he couldn't find the keys. I remember him screaming, "Where are the fucking keys? Where are the motherfucking keys?" He took the money. I went through backyards in Brookside, like a couple over, knocking on a door, somebody's door. They thought I was a maniac. I said, "Man, I'm a cab driver, just been robbed. Please call the police, call the police." And finally, I said, "Dude, you know, I was just robbed, like, you know," and finally believed me or something. And came outside, because it was terrifying, man. I just had a guy put a wire around my neck. Now that affected me. That affected me a lot. Because there's a preppy dude. And from that point on, like, I couldn't, you know, it's just like, oh, the preppy dude, you know. When he did it, and I had my hand in there, I was thinking, oh my God, he's gonna like kill me, have sex with my dead, you know, and eat me. Like it's like, oh, I got a psycho, not somebody that just wants to rob me, because that's real. That's a real like kind of physical way to like rob somebody. You're putting a wire around their neck. I'm gonna choke you out with a wire. It affected me. I remember I didn't go back to driving a cab for maybe a month and a half. And I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, I don't have any money. I'm broke. Seeing if he would like help me out. He wouldn't. He said, you need to get a gun. And I said, no, I'm not gonna get a gun. He said, well, then you need to get a knife. And I said, no, I'm not gonna get a gun or a knife because I don't want to, you know, you get in a situation, you have that, you might use it. And I always managed to like get out of it. So I didn't get a gun or a knife, and he didn't help me out. It's tough. It was tough. Hang on, I'll be right back. I need water from Marmite. I do. You know, out of all the jobs that I disliked, but liked too, was cab driving. It was, you know, it was one of those jobs that I could like do once a week, make enough money, have enough money for beer and art supplies. And then there was the thrill of like once a week chasing after people that didn't pay me. I was into that kind of crap then. Like it was. Now that I look back at it, it wasn't the smartest thing, but I was young, man. I was just like, I thought I was like sort of indestructible. But it wasn't. It wasn't a job that like, it sort of gave me PTSD. Never robbed anyone. God, you're such a fucking idiot. God. It's like people like that just like sort of like, hey, can I give a birthday shout out to my friend Claudia and me? Hello, Claudia and me. Claudia, birthday person. Birthday. And me. Whoever me is. Now there's Uber. Yes, the judge. Yeah, Uber sort of seem, I don't know. I'm sure that Uber drivers have kind of, it's sort of safer, I would think, because there's the tie to the phone, where like, you know, you might. Yeah, we're doing well water right now. You might, hang on. I got some more dishes to do. I forgot what I was talking about. Something about the stupid cab driving, I'm sure. It just wasn't. It was perfect for the alcoholic artist. Definitely. That was an adrenaline junkie. It was perfect for me. But, god damn. I tried doing it in New York. And I was just like, oh god. This again. I'm doing this again. But Uber would definitely be safer. But I wouldn't want to do Uber either. I never want to go back. That's my whole deal. It's like, I don't want to go back. Well, I did that. Why am I going to go back to that crap? You know, there's no reason to rehash that. I found out that sucked. It was good then. I know people my age that are driving Ubers, though. Mr. Trash. I had some of the worst jobs in the world, like cleaning company up after suicide. Oh, you did that? And then somebody else that did that. Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. Cleaning up medical waste. That does not sound like a good job. Is there a job you would like to do aside from? No, I'm artist, dog trainer, comedian. It's the three things that I wanted to do. I kept with, and I just ended up doing. Peter, did you ever go in Waldo Pets when you were in KC? Absolutely. I just stuck with my original plan, which clearly is Arrested Development. Absolutely. Most people don't do that. That's sort of highly unusual that somebody like keeps their childhood dreams alive. Well, avian trainer comes under the heading of just animal trainer. But dogs are, that's how you make money pretty much. I mean, I guess you could be an avian trainer and work at Busch Gardens or something, or maybe just animal trainer and work in Hollywood. Oh, I'm gonna do the Marmite. I gotta clean out this pan so that I can heat up some water because I'm gonna try and drink Marmite too. So let me throw. I'll show you what we had for dinner, which is that's hot dogs. That, as they would say in merry old England, ooh, that's right. That would be bangers and beans. I'm gonna throw the rest of it away because we're probably not gonna eat any of this. Yeah, you can drink Marmite, Jimmy Playlist. James Playlist. It was sort of good. I sort of liked it. Sort of like the food you would feed like 4-year-olds or something, or 3-year-olds. Like your 3-year-old and their friend from the neighborhood. Here, have some hot dogs and beans, because you were out of bread, so you couldn't make them a grilled cheese. Like nuts. Sometimes I crave shit like that. I don't know. That's camping food. Yeah, that too. I look at it like camping food too. Definitely. Do you like tofu? Absolutely. I love tofu. I like tofu just right out of the package. I like firm tofu. I don't have to cook it. I'll just eat it like that, just a big chunk. Yeah, pretty much. Marmite pan. I got water that I'm dealing with right now. Get Katya out here and see if she'll eat some Marmite. I don't really know what to expect. I've heard the description of it. I know you're not supposed to eat a spoonful of it. Somebody's told me eat a spoonful of it. No, that's like eating Maybe. Maybe, like, I like beef bouillon. Like, I'll eat like a bouillon cube, you know, nibble on it a little bit. That's sort of similar, I think. Me too. Yeah, yeah. Soy sauce out of the bottle. Yep, definitely. A1 sauce out of the bottle. How are you guys this evening? Hope everyone is doing good. Love your program and doing what you do. Thank you. You should join the channel. I would. Right? I can't wait to make some piping hot Marmite. This is getting me hungry. What, the thought of Marmite on toast? I'm thinking about the security job, my security job for the Air Force. Oh, did you do that? Security? I never did security. Well, I did, like a one-day thing, like 4th of July, just watching, making sure nobody like stepped into the firework area. That was security. That's what we were called. Security. I can't wait for this puppy to do the board and train. I'm a puppies are the best. I love working with puppies. It's sort of my thing. I got it sort of down, you know. Sort of streamlined it into like a thing. I can get the puppy gone, like a 90-day period. It's no easy task. It's a puppy. You know, get them compliant. Yeah, they had to. Dogs could have to be able to pick up keys, and I want to do it for the security. It's awesome watching puppies learn stuff. You know, I don't know if my description is the same. Just like puppies. They all sort of learn the same way. All dogs sort of learn the same way. Puppies can't comprehend anything until you get closer to like 4 months. And at that point you can start, you know, using a little bit of negativity. Meaning I'll start saying no before then, but it's still sort of syrupy sweet with the puppy because they don't get it. So, but when it, you know, if I start working with the dog, you know, within 3-4 weeks, I'm going to be very light corrections, you know, just so the dog understands, like, you're screwing up, puppy. But you gotta be mellow with the puppies. You don't want to bum them out. You don't. Just take it slow. You know, you gotta take it slow with puppies. It's not gonna help rushing them. They all sort of like it's all sort of the same thing. Like, it doesn't matter what breed it is. They cannot comprehend like really sort of what they're doing until a little bit under 4 months, about 4 months, something like that. And then the brain starts changing. It's like comparing it to like a 3-year-old. Like a 3-year-old. I'm not saying they're like a 3-year-old. Dog's nothing like a human child. But like a 3-year-old child can't really comprehend too much. But like an 8 or 9-year-old child, you could have watched the 3-year-old child. You know, hey, I got to go to the store, lock the door. I'll be right back. I'm sure that would be legal, isn't it? And then a babysitter, and that little babysitter, like a 9-year-old kid, can comprehend that. Lock the door, don't open it up. I'll be back. This babysitter might be a little bit older. You know, like maybe that's a 12 or 13-year-old kid, or older. I don't know. I'm not an expert on kids, so I don't need to know that. I guess 9. I wouldn't have a 9-year-old watch my kid. You know, what's that, 3rd grade? I guess you wouldn't have a 3rd grader watch your kid. It'd be older than that. Or like an 8th grader, freshman, sophomore, 16-year-old, something like that. But you get what I'm saying. Just gotta wash this out because I just want the job to sort of be a little bit more complete. Katya dealt with the dishes in the sink. I got them out of the sink. We had too many dishes in there that were clean. So she did all that. It was sort of a hard part, getting them out of there, getting whatever else was in here. And then, so if you do that, I'll do this part. So I want to clean this real quick before we do the Marmite. This Marmite, I'm really hoping it's good. Could be. Could be horrendous. Isn't this fun? Doing dishes. I've been a dishwasher before. It's a job I've done. Done a lot of shit like that. I was a dishwasher in the military. They made everybody do mess hall duty. So I did it there. I also did it when I was in Kansas City. You wouldn't leave a sink dirty if you were done, right? I did it in Kansas City at this place, Clearly Nature's Own. No, it wasn't Clearly Nature's Own. It was next door to that place. It was some kind of macrobiotic restaurant. It was a job. I was broke. I needed that job. I was starving in there too. And I can't believe that they couldn't tell how hungry I was. You know, you can just tell if somebody's hungry. And they wanted me to pay for like eating this macrobiotic food, and I wasn't familiar with macrobiotic food. It was like tempeh and stuff. Like then, now I am. But I would have eaten it. It smelled great. It did. It smelled great. They didn't care. If you didn't have the money, like they weren't going to subtract it from. It was a very small restaurant. You know, they never said like, hey, you want to try this? They must have known I was hungry. Sometimes when the rice cooker would come back, there's a little rice left in there. I'd like just eat it before I threw the rest of it away. I was starving. Then I slept with this waitress, of course. Went out and drank beer with her in this park. We slept together. And who's saying no need to be rude? Who's being rude? Me? Hey, Peter. Oh, yeah, we'll just get rid of this guy. I'm sorry it doesn't meet your approval. This is some loser, you know? I mean, seriously, there's a lot of them that do that. Like, people that just want to make themselves feel better or something. And say that and are giggling to themselves. You know, like, as a YouTuber, you'll see it all the time. People will write stuff, just to, you know, not just my channel. You know, like just say pretty much lousy stuff. How do I feel about aliens? You know, exist. You want to try some Marmite? Conti is here. Maybe she'll try some Marmite. I'm really curious about this Marmite. Marmite. Very much like Vegemite. That's what I'm told. Put oomph into your breakfast. Yeast extract spread fortified with 8 B with B vitamins. Ingredients. Yeast extract contains barley, wheat, oats, rye, salt, vegetable juice concentrate, vitamins, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B12, and folic acid. Natural flavoring contains celery. I got the big one because I'm like, I might like it. Kind of reminds me of some houses around New Orleans. Yeah, sort of like a dump. Yeah, it's an old dump. That's right. Peter, I'm an Aussie and I have known this. Do you... What? Do I what? Do you keep it in this? I haven't opened it yet. I guess when I open it, I'll keep it in the fridge. Right? Don't you think? Oh, by the way, the quiche did turn out last night. If anybody's interested, I'll put it in the fridge now. But it did turn out. It's good. I like it because it's one of those things that's really easy to eat. And we've got a couple slices of bread in here, which is great. Oh shit! This is in here that shouldn't be in here. This bread is real old. We'll get rid of this. This is basic non-Marmite bread, right? We'll just get rid of this. Bam! It's gone. This is a smoothie I made a couple days ago. Left it in there. I will clean this. But I'm going to make some Marmite first. You gonna try some Marmite? Yeah. Oh, she's game for Marmite. I guess we're gonna toast some bread and make a couple cups of hot piping Marmite. So I was told this is okay. 2 cups. Toast some bread. Yeah. No idea what to expect here. That was my 2.5. All right. God only knows. Do you like butter case cheese? I don't know. Maybe make... I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. I'm sort of hungry. Well, I guess we should use the... what is that butter? Here, I guess we'll use this butter. I don't really know. So I'm opening this bad boy up. Ooh, popped. Oh, holy crap.
I'm scared.
I'm not.
I have not eaten enough cheese today. That's a given.
Marmite.
There's mine. It smells like
Yeast. Yeast.
oh.
What was that sound? Oh. Solarton? Where is it? What the?
On the top of that.
Oh. Marmite. Okay. You say 2 teaspoons of Marmite and water. Right? Teaspoons per cup. Whatever. Oh, it's thick. What's thick? We're using sourdough.
Is it like, how do we use the bread in this?
What we do is we butter the bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you put a small amount of, like a smear of Marmite over the buttered bread.
Why are you doing that?
Because you can drink it too. It's a hot drink.
Oh.
Something sort of like bouillon or broth or something. I like the idea of that. I really don't know. I don't know. It's supposed to be a big sensation. It's got a lot of B vitamins in it, right? You know, this as a drink sort of looks good. To me, it looks good. I don't know what Katya thinks. It sort of is pretty.
I'll taste it.
Yeah, it looks like beef bouillon. And from what I understand, you can also put it as like a base for soup. You can also put it on meat before you put it in the oven. Bread's ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do it. Here's bread. Here's. All right. Here, let's, there you go. Use it all. Heavy on the butter. Okay. Now let me get another thing from the marmite, so we don't get butter in the marmite. Okay. I'm assuming like this. We're still going to get butter in the marmite unless we use another thing, so. I don't know. Yeah, we're not, we don't know what we're doing here.
Drizzle it on, babe.
Yeah, Katya's drizzling it on. I like smeared it on. I don't know if this is right.
Just drop this on and then spread it with another device.
The drink is looking real good.
Here, you want more?
What? I think this. I'm gonna just go with this.
All right.
It doesn't. It smells like. Okay. You ready to try
Cheers.
this? Right. Oh. Oh. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got character.
Yeah, it could be like if you wanted to eat something, but you wanted to eat something real quick, this sort of gives it more taste, like you're eating something more substantial. Mm. Not objectionable. No, nah. We'll put a little bit more on.
It's so viscous.
Yeah, I like it.
It's salty.
Yeah. Hey Peter, remember when? Best toast spreaders. No, yes, I do. I do remember that. I actually, I like it.
Okay.
Would you eat this again?
Yeah, but I feel like you don't really want to overdo it with the Marmite.
No.
You want to have a light coating.
Yeah. I could see eating this maybe for breakfast. I don't know.
Sometimes you get too much.
Oh, I don't think so.
So we set out to create a better network of the most successful real estate.
She can't handle it. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. But we're really not used to it. We're
It's so rich.
lighter is better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this needs to be refrigerated. Somebody was trying to talk me into just eating a spoonful. I already knew that that was wrong. It almost has a cheese-like quality.
Mm-hmm.
I say thumbs up. I like it. Now,
Yeah.
piping hot Marmite. Let's see. Let's see.
I feel sort of overwhelmed right
Do
now.
you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with this.
All right.
I don't feel overwhelmed. I think it was pretty good. It sort of was filling. I sort of feel like I ate cheese, and the aftertaste is almost like cheese. It reminds me of cheese. But Katya was just eating cheese too, so
That could be why.
there is a cheese aftertaste.
This makes me especially nervous.
Beef bouillon. It's like drinking bouillon. It's very much like bouillon.
Oh,
I'm totally into
it's
this.
good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's like you're drinking something that is more like food than like drinking tea.
Yeah.
Like if I was at a rugby match, and I had a thermos full of this, right?
I
I like it.
yeah. I think it's
Oh, it's probably a staple. For me, it is. I could see this being one of those things that the taste really grows on you too.
I've been taking such small sips of it,
Right.
you know?
Absolutely. Huh. This is what the big fascination's about.
But also it's a hot drink, and hot drinks are already,
You said.
they're satisfying because they're hot.
Right.
So once you subtract that factor out of it, how good is it really? You know?
I don't know. I think I would drink this sort of. I might try it cold.
Oh.
Can you drink this cold? Does anybody drink it cold? Can anybody answer that? Does YouTube take 30% or no? I don't think so. I don't know what they take. But what is everybody talking about Marmite for? What is up with that? I like it.
You might want to wash it down with something really
Oh.
bland.
Oh, that's kind of nice. I like it. It's a hit. It's a hit, merry old England. Loving it. No, it's Marmite, man. It's really good. It's real good with the lettuce, too.
Yeah, what does this remind me of?
Beef bouillon. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, like, it's soup.
Yeah, it's soup.
It's soup.
It's a real thin soup. Yeah, like, you know what this would be good with? It's like you could be drinking this and have like a grilled cheese. Like a grilled cheddar on rye or something with like a side of lettuce.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed. Whoever's idea was this, Tamed Lauren, Nixie, Pigeon Lady, I can't remember who brought it up. But maybe I brought it up. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's delicious.
It's great.
A trained dog is the best breed. Hang on, what's HP saying? If you like Marmite, you may like Japanese Netto with what is that, like miso?
I've had that.
Is that like miso? That's sort of what this is like. It's sort of like.
Fermented soybeans.
Oh, okay, sure. This reminds me of miso.
Yeah. You know what else
Yes,
is great?
yes. It's
Has
like
anyone ever had tekka? It's a powdery topping.
I'm loving it. Because I like miso a lot, and we never buy miso for some
It's
reason.
miso.
It is. It's miso. It reminds me so much of miso.
It's like less salty miso.
It's awesome. Very good. It works great with the lettuce too. Wow. This is well worth it. Now the only question is, what do you do with it? Somebody was saying, do you refrigerate it or do not refrigerate?
When I hear that Representative McCarthy is
That
going
makes
to
it easy.
Yeah.
I bet if you refrigerate that, it becomes so viscous you can't even get it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't like make it like impossible to, but I bet it just gets stuck in the jar.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking yours down pretty good.
Kind of. Yeah.
Try it with the tomato. Fuck miso. Now I sort of want to get miso. Those are good.
Uh-huh.
None of the people from England are even here. It's interesting. I can hear pigeons. Yeah, probably. It's my son. What's the calories? You can't be any calories in this. There's nutritional info inside. Honey, am I doing something wrong?
I don't think so.
How do you get? What do you think to get that open?
Open it.
Yeah, it says nutritional info inside.
Isn't it inside the cap?
I don't think so.
No way.
Maybe you pull up on that note.
Inside.
The herd, the cowboys in the Republican Party, no longer have control.
I don't know.
Members of a self-appointed paramilitary organization that was in support of President Trump. They were explicit about their plans
It's not important.
to seize power should the election be called for Joe Biden.
It tastes good. That's all we care about. Greetings from Sweden. Are you a fan of pugs? Sure. Yes. Oh, to me and Katya, yes, I did. Yes. There's a P.O. box. It's P.O. Box 103, Beaver Dams, New York, 14812. Yeah, you send it, we'll unbox it, but you might check what's in it before we unbox it.
How would we do that?
Open it up. There's a problem. We'd be calling the postal authorities. That's all I'm saying. It's sort of, as it isn't as hot, sort of tastes more intense.
And we're gonna let the item sit for a couple days. Wait, did you say when it's more hot, it's less intense?
I think so.
I think so too. As it cools down, it's the
What
flavor.
are the
more-
chances of getting you to give lessons on art projects? Who, me? What do you mean? You pay me. For you? You want me to make your projects for art school or something? Sort of cheating. On Zoom. I was like 4 or 5 with my dad. Haven't picked up at the post office yet. We just got it.
What happened to the white trash food? You dumped it
I
out?
dumped it because, this was more important. Because you go, what type of bass do you own? I have a Yamaha myself.
Me?
Yeah.
Les Paul Jr. It's a half cut,
That's a sweet little half cut.
which I just figured out what that means. Half of a note, 1 fret.
What are our favorite foods? Mine are steak and oranges. Oh, what's up, Reggie?
My favorite food? Rice and beans.
Really?
You can live on it.
I don't know if that would be my favorite.
You can live on it.
Oh, man.
You could probably live on steak and oranges too.
Maybe. Maybe. If you had a little Marmite, because cheap date, you want what you should fly a kite. Take your date to go fly a kite, and then take her out to eat some ice cream, and hold her hand, and say to her, "You mean more to me than the sun that I see, baby."
Yeah.
You cannot just live on rice and beans. I had a friend that tried that because he wanted to go vegan.
What happens?
Nixie, it's good. I'll tell you.
Darn it.
I'll tell you what.
Darn it.
If you were a vegan, you have to get your B vitamins, right? I think it's B12. You'd get it in this. If you had Marmite, that way you wouldn't get pernicious anemia, I would think. I'm not a vegan, no. I'm a vegan and I don't bother with any of that stuff. That's sort of foolish because you have to get B vitamins or you'll get pernicious anemia. Proxy Gaming, love your channel. I just got in a wreck on the way to work and it's chilling out. I'm sorry to hear that. Fuck that car. You can get another one. As long as you didn't get hurt, that's good.
Sorry about that.
That does suck. Cars suck. Yeah, the Marmite's good. Yeah, it's salty. I liked it on bread. It's cheese-like. Rice and beans are good survival food. We are all omnivorous. It's only an ethical issue for humans. I agree. Yeah, there's Black Panther left. Chaga tea is the best. Stains your teeth, but you just brush your teeth and it comes right off. I'm going to make some rice now. Thanks for the idea. How's cute my little Marty? He's doing good. Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Nixie, Peter, beyond the skies, but not darkness of the moon, intense aliens. To see through your guided us intense parallels with the depth of the need to be alive by the sun. Wow. Nixie's cranking out the poetry. Love your videos, been watching you for around a year. It was what to say earlier.
Oh, it's safe during your date.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's more, than mine. Mine's bullshit. Hey, Katya, how's your lower back and neck doing?
Well, my lower back is fine, and I have a chronic cramp in my shoulder.
Which is that going again? This one or this one? It's this one.
It's all right now, but sometimes it's like it's very hard to do anything because it's so intense. But
Another sign is
a
our
lot of times
destiny.
because my shoulder collarbone gets out of place, so if I go like this, it pops it back into place, and then I'll just kind of hang out like that, and it helps.
Try downward dog, or extended child's pose.
Yeah, I should do yoga. I should stretch.
I thought about doing yoga.
Doing yoga requires like thought, like requires like a certain type of
Chi.
that I just neglect.
I just finished my whole glass of Marmite. Ever heard of? No, I don't know what that is. I find Batwoman sexiest. What about Wonder Woman? No, she's not. I'm a type of fan. I'm the type. It is a type of fish that. What? A fish, and it's said to be very bad. I don't know what that means. Epsom salt. I don't ever. I can't believe that. I did that once. And I put the whole bag in. And I had Epsom salt all over my body. Like a.
You know what I was thinking? A yoga place where it was like, you can come in your street clothes, so you just pop in, wearing whatever you're wearing. You can be wearing jeans or whatever, and it's just like just whatever you can manage. Because some people don't want to, like some people like Peter would probably want to wear jeans to go
Yes.
to yoga.
I was told that like I can't wear street clothes and I don't want to wear.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I supposed to wear?
So the place would be called like, yoga in anything.
Right. But you don't want to wear shorts where like they're real loose, so you're like showing your junk. There should be rules about that. That might bum people out. Do you know what I'm talking about? The dude that's not me. I don't want nothing, you know.
I'm just trying to think, like, there must be a way to make yoga more approachable.
Moon Lover knows what I'm talking about.
You know, like...
He got banned because he was showing off his fucking hairy, goat testicles or whatever. Yoga jumpsuit. Yeah, he's flaunting it. Big time exposure. So it's like
Yeah.
basketball shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Like Pete Davidson was wearing in that the King of Staten Island.
Yeah.
Those things are really like that's you sit down in those and we already ate it. It was Marmite and it was delicious. Is that girl a vampire? Yeah, she is. Weird, isn't it? It's hard to believe, but it's true.
Yeah. Peter is changing me.
We're trying to make her not a vampire. Wetsuit is good coverage and support. My 4-year-old calls yoga. Yaga. It's so hilarious and cute. I had my first cheese sandwiches. I believe it, I can tell. We come in 70s running shorts. Right. You're not supposed to do that. See, if I was allowed to wear jeans, like cutoffs, that probably wouldn't be, there would be nothing to see. That's not really a problem if you're wearing jeans. That should be allowed. I don't know whoever said that.
I guess I feel like any reasonable yoga instructor would let someone wear jeans. Actually, no. I took a yoga class at school, and the instructor would not let us wear jeans to class. Like, she wouldn't give us credit for being there if we had jeans on.
See, that's ridiculous. Who cares? Try jeggings. What are those?
Oh, they're great. They look like jeans, but they're stretchy.
Oh, I know what those are. You know what I have now is sweatpants. I could wear sweatpants, right? That would be fine, right? Correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have sweatpants now, so I could wear those to yoga class.
Yep.
And what? You just wear socks, right?
Probably,
Or,
like, most people don't wear socks.
oh, you go barefooted? Switzerland was created by Pope to settle peace between France and Austria. Thank you. What about Arrested Development?
Hi, Bucky.
Maybe someone will buy you a suit that you could wear that. That show was hilarious. That was a good show. I literally did yoga today. I've never done yoga, but I've thought about it and I've been told that I should try it.
Bucky is a good.
I have a bad
man.
hip, so I'm wondering if I'm moaning in yoga class, would that be a problem? Because sometimes I like moan. I'm like, oh.
That's a good question.
Um,
It's a real good question.
Arrested Development is the greatest show besides Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm. I moan all the time.
I think
Not
the
sure.
more sounds that people in the class are willing to make, the more the entire class can get into it, you know?
I've heard that farting is a problem in yoga class. Is that true? Like somebody's always like letting one rip. Like silent but deadly. Is that true?
I think
Have you ever had that happen? Because I've had several people say that yes.
I think, you just gotta go with the flow. It's about the flow.
If I was
You
in
gotta
yoga
go with the
class, I
flow.
wouldn't be cutting the cheese though. That's just rude. What's the matter with people? That's just sick.
You
Like,
gotta try
I-
not to, but
If that happened, I would be like, I'd be like, oh man, and then they'll be saying, whoever smelt it dealt it, dude. You did it. It's not me.
yoga farts are a part of life.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is true. I fart at yoga. Everybody does
Sorry.
this. I swear to you, Peter, I didn't do it. You did. I would be accusing people of doing it. Like after class, I'd be like, were you the one that was cutting the cheese? What's the matter with you? I'd find the person that looks like they cut the cheese.
Peter in yoga class, that
Oh,
could
yeah.
just be a whole scenario.
Vegans eat chickpeas, vegans do yoga. Yeah, I eat chickpeas and I'm not vegan. One time I totally pooped my pants. Me too, I've done that. Sure.
Oh yeah.
I-
When I was a kid, did I tell you?
Oh, I was
this?
an adult. I was an adult. I admit it.
I'm not gonna tell this story.
Katya's not going to tell the story. She says when she was a kid. So in other words, she was like 18 or 19. Everybody's done it. It's a real bad scene. Tell your story, Katya. Nobody cares. Well, Katya was 4 years old. Now tell the
Did you ever
story.
pull a prank on your siblings? Well, I did. In the bathtub.
Oh, like yeah. Didn't you dump in the bathtub and blame it on your little sister?
I just let out a turd.
Oh my God. I have a friend, Eric, that said that he took a dump in the shower. He told us this in art school, and then we were like, what did you do with it? He just starts laughing because I just smashed it down the drain with my foot. What else was I gonna do? Why'd you do that? I don't know, just to do it. He's an artist.
Oh,
Um,
man.
I pooped in my hand and threw it at my friend. Wow. That's like a monkey at the zoo or something. Peter, can you play any instruments? Yes, the xylophone, the guitar. I can play a lot of instruments. I could play the guitar for you, but I don't have one handy. Katya would have to go in the other room and grab her acoustic. I could do it for you, though. Go get it, baby.
All right.
I'll prove to you I can play music. No bullshitting. You guys are in for a rare treat because I don't usually do this.
Your time to shine, babe.
Ready? Go tell Aunt Grody. Go tell Aunt Grody. Go tell Aunt Grody. The old gray goose is dead. She died in the mill pond. She died in the mill pond. She died in the mill pond, standing on her head. I see England, I see France, I see someone's underpants.
Keep going, babe.
Really?
So good.
I'm trying. All right, I'll keep going.
So good.
Okay, you ready? This is a big finish. Okay. Up with Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot everywhere. Up with Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot everywhere. If more people were like Bigfoot, there'd be a lot less to worry about. Up with Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot everywhere.
Oh my god.
You're welcome. You are welcome. You didn't think I could pull it off, did you? You did. You thought I couldn't play
Wow.
music. Told you I could do it. I can hear the applause. I can hear you all applauding right now. I can hear the applause. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. If I had my iPhone 8, I'd play you a song on the piano.
You want me to get it?
Oh yeah, go get it. You all should know that I play the piano too. You wanna see me play the piano? You think I'm fucking around? I play the piano better than I play the guitar. Do I have a charge on it?
Yeah, it's 100%.
I don't play the piano like normal people. I play
Do my yoga.
this piano.
Oh yeah, get that. Oh yeah. Oh.
Hang on, that's not really what I want. Hang on. Instruments.
Anti-inflammatory gel available over the counter. Voltaire is the cultural arthritis pain gel. Voltaire. Enjoy improvement.
I could do more, but I don't really want to show off. Well, I do sort of want to show off. You know, That's not. That's really nothing. I am like really really good at the grand piano, but I'm not finding the grand piano on this one. Um, Instruments. Oh, I'm not. I didn't know I could play the. Could I play the drums possibly?
Thanks, Milk Roots. Milk Roots is supporting your music.
I, I'm not that good at the. I'm not experienced with the drums. I just did that. That's nothing. No, let's check up. Maybe if I could find the grand, like a grand piano would really be set. I don't know.
Cool hair.
There's a bass guitar.
That's awesome.
I don't really want to show off with that because that's Katya's deal. Where's the grand piano? You know I'm great at the game. It says I don't see it.
I don't know, sweet.
Oh, no, hang on. Oh my God. Are you in for a treat? I found the grand piano. This is what, like if I was gonna apply to Juilliard and I had to go up and play, I'd walk out on stage, I'd walk right by the grand piano and I'd just show them this and go.
Hang on. Willie Mauve. That was beautiful. Here's your tip.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You thought that was good.
And also, there was a $2
Appreciate the $2, but you know.
Milk Roots sent $2.
Thank you, Milk Roots. I am the piano man, okay? You know Billy Joel calls himself the piano man? I just learned how to do this. You ready? Thank you. Thank you.
Real different.
I'm an experimental musician.
Bella.
This is my forte is the grand piano. I'm sorry. I better put this away or else I'll be like Katya just playing all the time. I'll be in there like Katya will come in and I'll be like, there's Katya walking up to me. Ready? See what I'm saying? Here's Bigfoot.
That's like next level.
You're welcome. I'm glad. I asked Katya today. I need the piano charge because I wanted to show everybody that I can play music. I'm pretty good. I could even sing with this, but I have some songs that I'm working on that I've been writing down. I don't really want to show off. Katya, you know, into music more. I just have a natural ability that I think that, like I don't really have to try. I don't have to take lessons or anything. Didn't you take lessons in school?
Yeah.
I didn't. I have taken no lessons. Did you hear that? I think it's good. Is it good?
Yeah, it's sort of like you're learning it your way. It's organic to you.
It's organic. It comes through me. I can feel the music. I don't know what a chord is. I don't know what C3 and C4 are. I don't need to know. All I know is what sounds good. Everybody in Katya's family is a musician. I'm sure that they're going to understand this. Music is a universal language.
Little legs, thanks.
Here's a message going out to Katya's musical family. It'll be short. You ready? That's the Katya's family.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. That's great. I'm
Mango needs out?
Yeah, probably.
I'll let him out. Here, buddy.
Yes, I can do it all. Yes, I can. I don't know. I didn't know if some of you all knew that about. Now you all know I can play the guitar and the piano, and the xylophone. I'm great at. I will soon play the xylophone for everyone. It's one of those things that I think that I was just born to do. I didn't have to take any classes, clearly. I don't need to. Katya had to take classes in music. She can read music, I can't. I don't need to. Honey, I don't need to.
Mm-mm.
Billy Joel died? Get out of here. Did he?
What?
Did Billy Joel die, really? Somebody tell me that's not
She's
true.
away.
He's a very prolific artist. Nobody is capable of teaching. That's right. A teacher told me that. No, he did not. It's bullshit.
He didn't die.
He didn't die. No, he did not. Thank you. He didn't. How about his wife, Christy Brinkley?
What?
When I was a kid, I mean, that was in the 80s. She was an uptown girl. Anna asked, did you see me playing the guitar? Tell me you saw me playing the guitar, please. Katya Shawam? I don't know what that is. Anna, did you see me playing the guitar? You're a musician. I don't think Anna saw me playing the guitar. I might have to play it again. Yes. I think you're yes. Okay. Katya's really been patting me on the back and encouraging me to, bring out my inner musician, and I love music. It's one of those things that I will be like I'll just walk in the room and there's Katya playing the guitar. Now I'm gonna, when I see her playing the guitar, I'm just gonna sit down with my phone and just start playing. Or I won't even say anything because I'm good, and plenty of people have told me that I'm good. I'll pick up my xylophone, I'll go in there while she's jamming and just start, doing my xylophone. You won't mind that, will you, honey?
No.
I think I'm gonna be in the band.
Nice.
She's not really acting like she really likes my music, though. I think she might be like just bullshitting me. Excuse me. Why do you keep saying this? Why does that person keep saying that?
Bookie.
Oh, the verdict on Marmite? I loved it. I'll eat it again. Are you crazy? It was a lot like, I don't know, beef bouillon or miso. You know, it reminded me of miso. I liked it. I thought that it was very good. I have garlic. She's a vampire. Don't talk about garlic. I liked it on the bread. You just need a little on the bread. Just make it maybe. It's true, everyone.
Oh.
A lot of people in her family are into music.
Oh yeah. What?
Does she miss her fangs? She still has them. My family, a lot of people are musicians, like cousins, and a lot of my cousins are musicians. And then I didn't find out that I was musically talented until like last year when I picked up my iPhone and started playing the grand piano on GarageBand. But it's no surprise since I have cousins that are in bands. You know, is the vampire on the wall? The vampire on this wall? That's
Vampire myths. Vampires don't have to sleep in coffins.
They don't. Bucket is in the pantry. That is correct. When y'all getting married? When are you getting married? In Transylvania. Is Darius Rucker a rocker? Katya at LJS. What's that mean?
Oh, they were asking how to spell my name.
Oh, not
Oh.
so much, I'd say, laughing out loud. Okay. Good, I was really spelling right. Does Katya like hair and bun?
I just put it like in a thing.
She just put it in like a thing. I'll be getting married in June, hopefully. Well, we wish you luck,
Yeah,
Keegan.
good luck.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Are you registered? Because we're not going to probably, but, you know, get registered for sure. Good luck with marriage. Oh, there's Abdul.
Hi.
Thick hair. I have thick hair. My hair's luscious. See how it's growing back in? Don't block me. Well, don't do anything stupid. Who's my favorite comedian? Alive right now? I don't know. That's like asking me what's my favorite breed of dog.
Bucket, get off the table, dude.
Don Rickles.
Naughty boy.
Don Rickles. Who's funny? Bill Burr. Nah, well, Bill Burr, maybe. Yeah. Norm Macdonald's funny. Who else is funny? Norm is kind of the new Don Rickles. I'm the new Don Rickles. Come on, man. Joey's funny. His name is Sam. He's upstairs. Somebody loaned me a dime. I can't stop singing that. What's the name of that one that died of some heroin? I don't know what you're talking about. Don Rickles? Rickles. Well, thank you, Riggy. I appreciate that. Mitch is funny. Sure. I like old Bill Burr. Really? Yeah, I don't know. He's just funny. There's a lot of funny people. You know, there really are. There's a lot of funny people. How was the quiche? Oh, I put it in the fridge. It was good. What are you guys cooking tonight? We already cooked it. It was Marmite. Bill Cosby, no, never thought he was funny at all, ever. I never thought he was funny. Job's still in construction phase. Well, yeah, a lot of it, yes. I don't know. That Marmite's really got me knocked out. I think I'm gonna. I wanted to see the cooked, but you never showed. Bill Cosby was a hack from the day one. Chris Fleming wanted some pudding. I think I'm gonna have to shut this off because I'm tired. I want to pace myself for probably tomorrow. Seriously, probably for tomorrow. We did get a few people to join. No, really? Yeah, good night, everyone. Good night, HP, Ryan, Mitch, Nicholas, Anna's somewhere around here, Riggy. How much, P.S., how much, hang on, what's he saying? 1 more hour, how much? I don't know. Try me. Try me. I don't know. Try me, maybe. I don't know. Really? 1 more hour? What time is it? Abdul's trying to talk me into 1 more hour. 100 bucket. Do it. Yeah? Do it. I guess do it. Hang on. I got to get some air. Do it. You got it, Abdul. We're not shutting off because Abdul's going to work me like a dog. That's fine. Hang on. Hang on. Let me just get a breath of fresh air. I'll be right back. I'll be ready to go. All right.
This bracelet, I got it from my dad. I like it.
All right, I need some water.
No. The green whip. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Watch me win. You lost your bracelet. Well,
I guess I'm breaking out the acoustic guitar.
you know
again.
how I designed this bracelet? Every time I have excess string from one of my projects, I just tie it on, so it's just ever growing. It's just
Oh, you're sending it through PayPal? Okay.
So it's all the excess, because I don't ever want to like waste string or anything, so I just add it to the bracelet. And more about the elephant people, yes.
Going up for another
The
hour.
The elephant people, they're in the shadows.
Another hour is going to be brought to you by Abdul from Kuwait. He's using PayPal.
The elephant people are gonna do is they're gonna systematically, just all of a sudden, everyone on Earth, like they're gonna turn off the satellites. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna turn off the satellites so that there's not gonna be any GPS. So you're driving around in your car, and you're gonna be like, all of a sudden, curse the elephant people, they've turned off the satellites. But you shouldn't curse them because they're trying to help you. They're trying to help you. It's called the human navigational crisis. Because the satellites are gonna turn off and then
What's this ESGO?
you better have a map in your car.
What is ESGO?
That's gonna be the elephant people doing that.
Sweetie, what is ESGO?
It's some kind of like goat term, like greatest of all time.
I gotta go look. Hang on. ESGO.
The elephant people. The internet too? Well, isn't the internet sort of more mechanical, like, it might shut off the Wi-Fi, but it's not going to shut off landlines. They're gonna leave you your landlines. They're not gonna take those away. The blanket? Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this to me. Where's the blanket? I'm going into it. I'm going into it. You're sending me into it.
Hey, hang
Where's
on.
the blanket?
Hang on.
I gotta find that blanket. And I can't get out of it now. I wanna go find my blanket now.
Hang on. Can somebody verify what ESGO is? Oh, I'm sure you did, Abdul. Thank you. What European Society of Genealogy? Yeah, but what? I know. That's what I saw. I saw something like that. What is that supposed to mean? Are we being other people should send out electromagnetic pulses with two of their. I don't know, Peter. I looked it up too. I couldn't find anything other than that. They're trolls, right? So I guess when they, I love to say, it's code. It's code for what? We need to get rid of you, because we're going to. And I wanted to say, for what? For posting gibberish, right? You mean get? I don't know what that is. It means like let's go. Probably meant let's go. I think Mitch is a troll. It was short for let's go. There's not, you type it in and nothing like that comes up. Like nothing. No, it's let's go. Don't give in, Pete. I agree. He wants you to, let's, why? Code for the government. The government? Screw the government. Try Urban Dictionary. It would pop up. It would pop up. Mitch is a spy. Mitch is a spy. For who? Putin? For Bigfoot? It's a term for excitement when you do a pog moment in a game. Is that true, Keegan? And a pog moment is something that's you support anarchy? No, I don't support anarchy. See, stuff like those comments, like you support anarchy, you just get removed. Like, what are your thoughts on, like, oh, I don't know, idiot. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it? I'm truly sorry. I'm not sure. Okay. Somebody said, Katya, you look like a ballerina right now. Yeah, she does, right? She took ballet. Right? You took ballet, didn't you, honey?
Kind of. For a year.
I love your kitchen. The
That's fine.
style is so calming. Is it really?
Peter, I think we should talk about this.
What? Katya's drawing of Romulus. By the way, you can buy this drawing on Teespring. Hang on, let me post a link. Hang on, show them this.
It's not just Romulus. This is what we think the half vampire, half werewolf baby will look like, which is pretty much unprecedented.
Now,
You can have a shirt with that on it.
I'm just CESGO, European Society of Gynecological Oncology. Now that drawing there is on Teespring, and it sells.
It has recursive ears. See?
It looks like Billy the Hedgehog, which I find really strange. But I'm going to post a link because it does look like Billy the Hedgehog. And hang on.
Yeah, this is what Peter and my baby would look like.
I'm posting a link. I'm getting it. Hang on.
And I know everyone has seen this. This is the
I'm getting it.
This is the illustration of the conception. How many levels down? Good question. I only did level 0. Level 0, level 1.
Storefront. I'm working on it.
I didn't even bother to do the other ones. As you can see, the ears of the recursion, those are just normal ears.
Copy link address.
But
Okay.
nonetheless,
If you're looking for that on Teespring,
conception of wolf baby.
you would find it here.
This is the illustration of,
Hang on.
yes, Logan, surely.
I'm not good at this. And my computer is full of shit.
You can have both of these, the conception of and the actualization of the wolf baby.
I'm trying to post
Yeah, this is me and Peter, and so like the
That's what my
conception,
computer does sometimes.
we would both be in full form during the conception of the wolf baby. Yeah, half vampire, half wolf. See? Can they both be on the same shirt?
This thing is
Now
BS,
that
man.
is a thinker. That's a thinker, and that has to be done. That must be done.
I'm working on it.
We're putting these both on the same shirt, babe.
I think they're already on, aren't they?
Not on the same shirt. Not on the same shirt.
I can't post
They
the
will
link
be,
because
though.
this computer stinks. I'm gonna restart this thing. I'm gonna restart it. 'Cause that's ridiculous. That is freaking ridiculous.
You're fine, Peter. You're fine.
But on Teespring, you can get those, and they're big sellers. Peter's busting moves. Oh, you want me to dance? I can dance.
It's all for today. It's all for today.
Is that what you're looking for? Right? Like when I was a little kid, like doing this stuff. Like that. That's what y'all like. You wanna, like John Travolta, and you know what I'm talking about? I can do it. But I'm not gonna do it. Oh, you want me to do Mr. Roboto? Do more arigato, Mr. Roboto. I could do it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna have to break out the guitar, I think. It's Katsu's guitar, but I'm Toxic. Where you been, man? We've missed you. Where have you been? I played the guitar. Toxic, did you see me play the guitar? Toxic? Come on, man. Girl. Toxic, I played the guitar for everybody and you weren't here. Drawing and I didn't get the notification. Man, I played the guitar and sang. I'm so disappointed, Toxic. Everybody will tell you I was great. I even played the piano, man. Do the worm. Can't do that right now, man. I have to get on the ground, and that would hurt my ancient body. I played the guitar and I played the grand piano on my iPhone. Man, I'm sorry you didn't hear. Maybe I'll play the guitar again some other time. But that was pretty awesome. Thinking about getting a ukulele too. Probably. But I have a xylophone that I will break out. I can't do it right now because I'm sort of played a lot of music tonight and I don't want to overwhelm everyone. But the xylophone, you're gonna love Toxic because I know it's one of your favorite instruments. It's one of mine too. I have been thinking about learning to play like the crystal glasses. Do you know what I'm saying? With the water in them. You know? I don't know. How do you know about playing the glasses, right? The crystal glasses?
Not really, no.
You put water in them, and then you take your finger, and then you keep your finger wet, and you know what I'm talking about?
So it's sort of like a singing bowl.
Yes.
Singing
Yes.
bowl.
Well, won't that be exciting? Put some bamboo in our yard, so I made a clatter stick with it. Man, I'm telling you, the as far as like a healing stick goes, the fucking sunflower stalks are great. Mitch, I could picture you playing the saw.
Wow.
I could too. And we thought about getting one. It's only about $80 for we checked on it already. The theremin would be a nifty instrument too. Yes, it would, Logan. We already cooked it. It was Marmite. The washboard, The washboard, come on. It's so Appalachian Mountains. But the saw, we already checked on the price. It's $80 for the saw. And then I want a theremin. $80 for the saw and $30 for the bow. So for about 115 bucks, yeah, healing stick for training dogs. About 115 bucks, I could be playing the saw. But Katya played it recently. I didn't, but I could play. Could I play? I could play the saw almost instantly, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be playing like it sounds spooky, spooky music. Do I beatbox like Bobby McFerrin, the human? Yeah, I do, but I don't want to show off. I mean, I can do it. I've done it a lot. I was real good at it back in the '90s, but I can break dance too, pretty good. I brought that plenty of times. Yes, I can do that fairly good. I can even use my the behind my knee. My dad would threaten us with farts when we were kids. This is true. My dad would, and he'd be on the bed, and he'd be like doing this with his leg, like you can't see it, but he's like, and he'd say, "I'm working one up," and then like he'd try and grab us. And we'd be screaming, "Mom, Mom, he's working one up!" My dad would laugh and think it was hysterical. It was mean. It was abuse. It was like, because my dad. I mean, come on. And that was abusive. It's not funny. Can you levitate by sheer power of will? No, I can't do that. Can I ham bone chicken and rice? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, he's working one up. Mom, he's working one up. See, we didn't have time to learn musical instruments when we were a kid because my dad was torturing us by working one up. How's the washboard more Appalachian than the saw? The saw is pure class. That is a classy instrument. I think levitation and flying is Katya's department. Could be. Are you finding what you call it?
I'm making that t-shirt real quick.
Oh, there you go. She's making a t-shirt for Teespring. Know any magic? Yes, I do. Hang on. I'll be right back. I need a quarter. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna make a t-shirt with the conception of Wolf Baby on the back and Wolf Baby on the front. Ravenous Caine on the front. That's my decision.
Do I know magic? See this quarter? It's a simple quarter. It's a quarter, right? What hand? What hand? Wrong. It's this hand. Want to see that again? Watch this. See the quarter? See the quarter? Do I know magic? Come on. See? Watch. Which hand? Which hand? This one? Which hand? Got you again. Yes, I know quarter. I know magic with quarters. This is the only magic that I know. It was impressive, wasn't it? Oh, look at that. I love the news. Yeah, it was in the Fighting Fist, that's right. Blew my mind. It surprised you, didn't it? You didn't think I could do that. Where did your amulet come from? That amulet came from Eastern Europe. It's an Eastern European. Would you like to look at it? Let me go get it. Hang on. This is a amulet that was it's old. It's old, and it was given to me by an old woman. And it has a lot of powers. And I know it looks like you're like, oh no, that can't really be real, or that doesn't look old. Trust me, it's old. That's the black eyed peas on here are really old. And there's that giant white corn, which is sort of ironic because I just cooked that in a live stream that I cooked. It's just happenstance that there's giant white corn on the back. But she made it and she gave it to me because she was like, you need this. This will give you powers. The powers in this are like greater than the powers that I have and Katya have put together, or anybody that's watching this. And if you look at the amulet, if you look at my amulet, look into the amulet, look into the eye, look in the eye. Do you see the eye? Look into the eye. You see the eye? Concentrate on the eye. You're getting more and more relaxed. Do you see how? See the eye? See how it has eyelashes on it? It came like that. It is a brown eye. You are correct. Look into the brown eye. The brown eye may wink at you. Are you seeing it wink? Just relax. Now that you're very relaxed, when I count to 3, you're going to want to join the channel. Did you hear me? You will join the channel when I count to 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Join the channel now, if you're smart. But the amulet is something that I don't think I'm going to sell. And if I did, it'd be real expensive. I'd probably sell it. I'd probably sell it with a bot. I'm just saying, if I was going to sell it, I'd probably sell it also with a bottle of Black Panther. It'd be a deal where you buy the amulet. You also get the bottle of Black Panther. The bottle of Black Panther's worth $1,500, $2,000. So if I was going to sell this with the bottle, you're looking at $5,000. So pretty much you can't afford it. So I'm going to put it up high. Nobody can get it. You know why? Because it's in my house, and I have dogs in here. And besides, it's protected. The brown eye is protected. It's a protected brown eye. You can't just take it. Life is a maze. That's right. It's a corn maze. Children of the Corn. What a freaky movie, right? What a freaky movie. That Mordecai or whatever his name was, that was a scary little freak. If that guy was coming at me, I'd grab the brown eye, the amulet, the brown-eyed amulet. Back off, Mordecai. I'd like him in my army, though, because he's so weird. But everybody that's in my army is a dog. So I'd have to hypnotize him with the brown-eyed amulet into thinking that he was a dog. And that weird dude, I would you are now a Cocker Spaniel, Mordecai. You are now a Cocker Spaniel. No more Children of the Corn. You're in Caine's army. Relax. Watch the brown eye, the amulet with the brown eye. Watch. See it winking, Mordecai? You're now a Cocker Spaniel in Caine's army. That's how I do it. I could have my own army. You're compelled to join the Brown Eye Army. That's right. There's no weird initiation though, like they do in like fraternities. You know, I wasn't in a fraternity, but is it transmissible? You betcha it is. Um, but there is a medication under review. I'll just say that seems to put it off. Like, you know, it does sort of put off the changing. What's a bottle of Black Panther? I'll show you. I can't believe you don't know what a bottle of Black Panther is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is Black Panther. There's only 2 bottles of this left in the entire world. See how there's dust on it, like a expensive bottle of wine? There's two bottles of this left. You think you could find a bottle of this? Try. This is $2,000, maybe. I'd give it up. Maybe. $2,000. And then, but I'd have to sell it with the amulet too, which would be another 3. It's $5,000. I'm not trying to hypnotize you into buying the amulet, which is obviously art. Somebody made it. It just has like these powers. But this is extremely powerful. This, you know, I'll tell you why it is powerful. It's a turbo. It says it right on it. Turbo energizer with ginseng and ginkgo, 15 natural roots. It's a wood root energy tonic drink. And look at what's on it. Look at the Mandingo warrior. He's holding up a Black Panther. You drink that, I guarantee you, I've had it. I felt like the Mandingo warrior. Real strong. It's a wood root energy drink. There's 2 of them in the world. This is one of them. So when I sell this one, the other one, the price of it triples. Try and find it. You can't find it. Ingredients. Well, the first one isn't. Just kind of to throw you off a little bit. Carbonated filtered water, root and herb extracts, malt extract, high fructose corn syrup. That stuff is delicious. Citric acid, sodium benzate, natural flavor, caramel color, distributed by PAR AFN LLC, New Jersey, USA, Toronto, Canada. Well, those companies don't even exist anymore. They don't. So, because I tried to get more, because it is delicious. And, you know, some people say like aphrodisiacs are a myth. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. All I know is when I drank a bottle of this, I felt great. Is it the fountain of youth? It's not for me to decide. That would be like DeSoto, and he's not around. Wasn't he looking for the fountain of youth? DeSoto? Somebody like that was looking for the fountain of youth. I almost ripped off the label. Placebo. Placebo effect? That's what you think? I drank this and I had the placebo effect? I don't think so. I would know the difference. I ate Bigfoot meat, and that was not a placebo effect. And no, I drank this and I did not feel like Millimeter Peter anymore. On the brown eye together, that's what I'm saying. You have this, right? You have the wood root energy drink, correct? And you have the amulet of the brown eye, which is more powerful than me and Katya. All of these together, you got a lot of power. You got more power. The amulet of the brown eye. Do you know what it's like holding this in your hand? It's power. It's power in my hand. Look at the brown eye. Look into the brown eye. Do you see it winking at you? Relax. Relax. Relax and join the channel. You'll be happy you did. I like that shirt design, Katya. Oh, did you put it out?
Yeah.
Is it on Teespring?
Yeah, and I'm also gonna put out a print, an 18 by 24 that has both of them side by side.
You should, right, and you should put out the store too, the Katya store. They're selling like hotcakes. Those Romulus shirts and stuff, people love them. The brown eye keeps talking to me deeper and deeper and deeper. Relax. The brown eye will relax you, and the brown eye will relax. Relax. Well, what year was it made in? I don't know. The old woman said like the 1700s or something, which is weird because it looks new. And I said that. I said that to her, and she said, well, that's because it's magical. It'll never look old. So that's why it looks like it was made like last month. But trust me, it wasn't. And I know what you're thinking. This looks like a choke chain that I would use on like an 80-pound Labrador. Well, it's not. It's not. Trust me, it's not. It's not a choke chain. It's not. Because an old lady gave it to me. It was like when I was visiting Transylvania. You see this here? That looks a lot like something you would put your car keys on. It's not. It's not. It's just not. It just looks like that. This sort of looks like a mason jar lid, doesn't it? That's what I thought. I said to her, I said, that looks like somebody glued on some black-eyed peas and some giant corn on a mason jar. And you know what she said? It's not. So somebody did a fabulous job on the brown eye. Look at the brown eye. Look at it. I gotta go put this back in the pantry, because if this drops and breaks, I'll be crying, because it's worth thousands of dollars, and it is worth thousands. I'm not kidding. I will not sell this for less than $2,000, and I'm selling it with this for $5,000. I'm being serious. I would not sell this. Katya, you've had Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had it, and she said that is like the best drink I've ever had. I'm not kidding. It's pretty. I've never tasted anything like this before. It was refreshing. The amount of energy that I had after we split the bottle. I felt great. No caffeine. There's no caffeine in this. I gotta put this back so it doesn't get broken. I wish I could find this online. I would buy more. It just doesn't exist. I tried everywhere. Nothing. It was like the first time I got those, I opened a couple of them up and I'm like, oh my God. What is that? That's like a ray of sunshine in a bottle. What year was that made? In the 80s, I think. Doesn't really say. But Brown Eye Ministry Stories got real bits of Black Panther. No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Sup, DJ Cog03. Sup. Peter, I have a question about Morty Lucas. Let's hear it, Reggie. The guy had a filthy mouth. He was a good guy. He's a real nice guy. What's your most prized piece? I don't have any. Hi, Mommy. Will Black Panther turn me into no, it will not. Peter, go ghost hunting. Hi, Peter. My chemistry teacher was obsessed with Jolt. It's a lot of caffeine in that. Also, have you ever watched Cobra Kai? No, I have not. Are you sure it's not a mummified magical butthole? No, I'm not sure. It might be. You know, the proper way to take someone's temperature, the old-fashioned way. The black, we don't know. The 80s, we think. You're right, Peter. I can't find black. I know, it's weird, right? I get a link to the dog. Can I get a link to the dog drawing T-shirt?
Yes.
Yes, Katya's linking it right now. The possibilities are endless. That is correct. That you are 100% correct. Correcto mundo. There you go. There you go. There it is. Link the Katya store too. Hang on. Here's the whole store. Love the combo design. Yep. Christian ministry. Oh, I'm a minister. Are you a minister? Did I just see that? I haven't seen your channel since I got my dog 5 years ago. It's quite a few changes. Not really. It's all the same. I love the disturbing. The Black Panther make you transcend? Well, I don't want to. It's not like that. Are you a religious? I'm a minister. Am I religious? I am a minister. Does that count? Does that count? I mean, I am a minister. That's somewhat proof that I have some kind of religion. I think. I don't know. That's peaches. That's a peach tree. Kathy's over there making artwork. Minister of Magic. Well, you know, religion is sort of magical because it's a lot of BS. Hang on. My friend, I'm a faithful servant and I'm still wanting to see Beastmaster. That would be me. I'm the Beastmaster. You're a faithful servant. I'm a minister. Are the gray aliens susceptible to Earth magic? No. No. We can do nothing. We can do absolutely nothing. I'm not kidding. There's nothing that we can do. Come on, they can just come in your window at night. You know what? They don't even have to come in your window. They will take you from your bed and transport you to the interior of the sun. It looks a lot like maybe what hell looks like. But they told me that it was in hell that I was in the interior of the sun. Did the grays lean left? They don't really. You can't put them you can't pigeonhole them into like some kind of earth left or right. You know, they're like somehow they're related to us, but in the future. And we're sort of like copies of them, like biological. We're like avatars of them. And we're here, and it seems like we do have our own free will down here, but like they kind of entertain themselves through, maybe they can see through us, our eyes or something. I don't know how it works, but we're definitely related to them. And I'm pretty sure, I know this sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure when we're up there, they'll also take our DNA and sort of making hybrids. They've shown me hybrids. Goodbye, Peter. I think you're showing off the brown eye. See through our brown eye? I don't think that's how they see us. Do you think logic exists outside our universe? Yeah. I think that the Greys have a concern for us, and I never. They always assured me that they don't want to hurt me. And many times I was terrified. It's terrifying. It's just a dream, though, so it's just a very realistic dream. I don't know. Marty can help with the grays. He has a hat for it. I've never seen Marty up there. They just have come and gotten me a few times. I've never been probed that I know of. They've only, nothing like that's ever happened. What is your experience with Dogman? It comes to my barn. So greys aren't biological robots being used by the superior race to interface with us? Greys aren't biological robots. Well, we're more or less their avatars, so we're sort of lesser. We're lesser for sure. But they have figured out some way to, in a dream, to transport. They can move extremely fast, and they can move us very fast. Like the time that it takes to transport me from the bed to where the portal is in the interior of the sun, it's like a split second. And going back. Like I'll be at the portal, like it's time for me to go home, and I'll be at the portal and I'm supposed to jump into the abyss, and when I jump into the abyss, I'm back in the bed waking up going, oh my God, what was that? What just happened? Like that. I have the dream that I can remember. It seems like, good night, every 8 years at least, something like that, they come and let me remember a dream. But they may be taking me more because they, sounds like you take you to daycare. No, they don't do that. That would be more comfortable. That would be a lot better. The dream is real scary. It is. It's real scary. I think the last time I was there, I wasn't scared, and I was like, can I stay? I remember that saying, like, can I stay? Toter Sam, Remy Billy, Martin, Chippy Whippy, and all the good. Coming in and receiving. It's a very visual dream. What do you think of cryptids live in urban areas? And yes, some. I'm not scared of much, but aliens terrify me. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Has Katya encountered the Greys? No, not to my knowledge, but I may have encountered the Grey that she's the copy of. I'm going to try walking up to the hardware store again. I need to get stuff for the golf cart later. It's extremely squeaky right now. Are you going to use like WD-40 or lithium grease? What are you going to do, Toxic? Why is it squeaky? Like the bearings? Get lithium grease. If it's the wheels, that's probably what you want to use. WD-40 wouldn't be proper. Use lithium grease on the bearings. Try that. WD-40, you spray it in there, it's just going to dry out. It might make it worse. Because what it's going to do is if there's any lithium grease on that, it's going to sort of flush it out and sort of dry it out. So you want to put lithium grease in there. That's what I would do. Bundle up if it's cold. Have you ever looked into... I don't know what that is, Keegan. Something is wrong with it underneath. It's older than me. So it's Mango's age. I wonder if we could reverse telepathic stream and see the Greys. I would take some psychic power, though. I don't know if it works like that. I think they're sort of in control of everything. I don't know why we're here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why any of us are born. It's cool, you should check it out, Black Magic. Oh, I don't know if I believe in black magic. Have you ever seen Rick and Morty? Katya put it on just recently. So yes. Where is Buck Buck tonight? Buck Buck Bucky. Buck Buck Bucky. Buck Buck. Let's see if he shows up. Buck Buck Bucky. Come here, Buck. Where are you, dude? Buck Buck Bucky. Where are you? Oh, hi, Buck. He's right here. What do you think of The Matrix? I never really watched it, but then I was talking about this, and somebody brought up The Matrix. Peter, did you ever watch a cartoon, Tennessee Tuxedo? Yes, of course. Buck Buck is such a cutie patootie. Oh my God. Oh my God, I know who you are now. Cutie patootie was a dead giveaway. Wow, we have a famous person in the probably 12 or 13. 12, 11, 12, 12. We have a famous person in the chat. Rosie O'Donnell's here, cutie patootie. Welcome, Rosie. How you doing? How's everything going? Buck Buck needs a shirt. No, Bucky does not need a shirt. There is a shirt on Teespring with Bucky on it. That's true. Bucky, it's like you could probably find it in the entire Peter Caine collection, I think. Probably be in that. Good night. Enjoyed spending all the time with you. Bye, Nixie. Yeah, it is. It would be in the entire Peter Caine collection somewhere. It's going well. You all right? I figured. Welcome, Rosie. Buck Buck is always a star. Nighty night, Nix, says Anna S. How's it going, Nursey? How Anna are you guys just being the Marmite was good? Are you guys being run ragged? All the nurses. I'm out, and thank you, Mr. Caine. Oh, Abdul, all right. Really? I'm not done. You paid for an hour. I've been hypnotized. Thank you, Abdul. I can see a T-shirt design with giant aggravated peg. Yeah, but that's someone else's art. I can't use it. I thought about remaking it myself. Nixie, heart. I saw some nurse today, and they seemed to be so exhausted. Little legs. Thanks, Abdul. Everybody in the medical field is exhausted, I would imagine. Yes, thanks, Abdul. I would imagine it's just exhausted being around human beings all day, knowing, especially in the health industry, that you might get that crap. I've always enjoyed joining your lives. Have a good night. So long. Later, Sierra Logan. My mom's friend who works with her isn't doing well. It might be COVID. The hospital is full. There's a lot of areas like that. There's a bunch of new strains. I was for about 3 months straight. It was really intense for about 3 months. It has gotten a lot better this month. I was dead tired and kind of depressed. Never got COVID though. Bucket's belly softeners needs a Teespring shirt. Bucket is on Teespring showing his belly. And I don't know. H.P. Lovecraft. Thank you, Abdul, a true brother of the brown eye. Do you fart? No, I do not. Desi, hang on. What's Desi say? A friend of mine who is a nurse with an immunocompromised kid works COVID ward and just got infected. Oh, that sucks. Stay away from that kid. I take a driver's test in about 2 weeks. I'm worried about having someone else in the car right now. You'll be fine, Toxic. You can do it. After a while, it just became resigned to it. You just go in like on autopilot mode. This is a great stream tonight. The brown eye is growing on me, but the clock is showing 4:38 a.m. is telling me to sleep. Good night, Nathan. Moon Lover. I think Buck is a huge mascot for the channel. Oh, yeah. I'll find his shirt. I'll find his shirt and post it. How loud do you think Bigfoot's farts are? Oh my God. They work him up like my dad would do. Does that answer your question? She's still working on something over there. Desi, and as I wish the government had done a better job with vaccines, she has to stay in a hotel now while her mom takes care of the kids. Well, we're just getting out of the last presidency, so who did like a horrible job, so we can only do what we can do. They took our hazardous pay after 2 months, and then we were short nurses, and they told nurses that tested positive they still needed to come to work if they were asymptomatic. It's horrible. We had nurses working sick with COVID. Terrible. Terrible. That last administration was just horrendous. Just absolutely horrendous. 400,000 people have passed. 400,000. That was an administration that did not care about anything. They didn't care. They cared about himself. Absolutely horrendous. And I'm so sorry I had to go through that. Scary. Moon lover. Christian ministry. Peter, I have seen that God is dignified in his work. Bless him, and I bless you, my friend, as much. Have a good night. Good night. Dizzy. Totally preventable if they had cared. They didn't care. He cared. You know what he cared about? Himself. He cared about himself. Absolutely horrendous. Little eggs. This one is in honor of Anna S. keeping us safe, friend. I'm sorry, Anna. Thank you, little eggs. Let's go into politics. Let's not go into politics. You don't tell us what to talk about, okay? You are going to get banned. I'm going to leave it up to somebody that's a moderator. This person's telling me what not to talk about. Thank you, Toxic. Toxic took care of it. I was going to do it if nobody else was. Don't tell us what to talk about. You can't handle the fact that administration was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, really? Yeah, I know. Please, no politics. Why? Do you watch the news? You can't hear the news? I mean, that's outrageous. Does it hurt you to hear that you really made a bad choice voting for that guy? I was a Republican, by the way. I didn't vote for him. There's a lot of Republicans that didn't vote for him, and there's a lot of Republicans that left that party. I'm not a Republican anymore. I'm a Democrat. Because that party is disgraceful. It's no longer about being a fiscally conservative. There's no morals in that party. It's tribalism, and that's it. It's a shame. It's a shame. Just, please. It's not even politics. It's what nurses and medical staff had to deal with. That's right. Sorry you don't like to hear it, but it's the truth, and it happened, and it was awful, and it was there. Yeah, and you know what? That administration, PPE and all that stuff and all that bullshit, they'd go on there and talk bullshit about that. He could have implemented, man, just absolutely, that presidency, those people were horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Quieting Fauci and come on, man. Caught you guys before it ended. What's up, Landon? And you live to please the rich. Who, me? I live to please. Oh, they do. I was thinking about getting a puppy. Do you have any beginner tips for potty training? Yeah, you could probably watch a video. You could probably watch a video on my channel. I have 3,500 on dog training. There's something called a search bar. If you type in housebreaking puppy or puppy, something's gonna come up. You might have to scroll down, but looking for a tip, you better get ready. You better get ready and you better do a lot more research. I'll tell you something. This is something that you should know, that 46% of all the puppies that are acquired in the first year are given up. 46%. I bet yours might be one of them because you're not ready. You are not prepared. You're looking for tips on housebreaking. You're looking for free tips on housebreaking. What do you think about the vet industry in terms of cost, Peter? The cost, they went to med school. You have to pay something, okay? And having dogs can be expensive. There are other routes that you could take, you know, to get free, like the Humane Society will help with shots. There's like, what else could you do? You could Tractor Supply on Saturdays gives out free shots. But the cost is not really the issue. The cost is sort of tied into the vet industry. The big problem when I see it is that like it is a money-making endeavor. So one thing that I notice with vets is like if you have a real sick dog that's dying, they're not gonna really tell you like, yeah, this dog's gonna only live so long. They're gonna try and say, well, we could do this or this to get you to like, but the end result is still the same. The other thing that I don't like about the vet industry is like, okay, so the vet industry, the other thing is that they push everybody to fix dogs, get the dogs fixed. That doesn't make for a healthy dog, though. And if you read University of California, Davis has studies on dogs that are fixed. There's more incidences of cancer, joint disease. You get a dog, you know, spay and neutered so that it can't, you know, it can't breed, it can't procreate. That's the reason why you would do it. Meaning like you are not responsible enough to have the dog. You're gonna get the dog pregnant. And I could, just in this area and in Brooklyn, I know people that clearly got the dogs pregnant, had puppies, they really didn't care. So they'd sort of push everybody to get the dog fixed. But, you know, that's not really what people, you know, that's my problem with the vet industry. But it is the truth that is sort of like a thing, and it's a money-making endeavor for them. But there's ethical things where they're like, you know, they know that the general population is idiots. Also, like with raw diet, they don't want to tell people it's okay to give your dog a raw diet because they don't think that, you know, that people are gonna, you know, you tell people raw diet and then, oh, the raw meat diet. And they don't even like figure out that the dog has to have calcium too. That's a major part, you know. I'm not gonna go into it. What about unspayed females who aren't bred? What about them? Falling short of them. Can't get it from going to more. Oh, please. Go read the studies by University of California, Davis. Peter, you look 10 years younger every time I see you. That's interesting because somebody was saying that I look so much older. Which every day I wake up, I'm older, and I started videos 10 years ago or 11 years ago, so it would make sense that I look older. But I'm lighter than I've ever been. Oh, people do that, all the kids. Kids say that stupid shit. I'm lighter than I've ever been. I will be, like another couple months, I'll be in better shape than I've been in 15 years. Something like that. It's kids, you know. I do agree that dogs shouldn't be spayed or neutered. I'm trying to find the name of it. What? University of California, Davis. studies on spay and neuter. Spaying can be dangerous for dogs that are too young and too old. Um, I just saw him wake up. It's a hysterectomy. I'm sick of calling it a spay. It's a hysterectomy. You know, if you find the right vet, you can get a tubal ligation done on your dog, and you can also get vasectomies done. But you have to find the right vet that'll do that. It's an option, or you could just be responsible. You could be a responsible person, but people are not responsible. It's a problem. It is. It's a freaking problem. It's a problem. Why, you know, some people aren't responsible. Oh, somebody's saying, hi, Katya.
Hi.
Katya, apples and cheddar cheese. Our entire bodies were designed to function whole for the most part. Hormones and all that stuff is made of some, including sexual. How do I make bananas ripen faster? I believe you put them in a bag and close the bag. It could be a paper bag. Try that. And I think that they will ripen much faster. Milk roots, put them in a bag. Yeah, put them in a bag. Yes, that's what I thought. Milk roots. Doing that now. Bananas are delicious. Frozen bananas are great. They really are delicious. It's like I don't eat ice cream anymore, so I eat. I can ripen bananas right now if you bake them. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's a good point. Are you really eating apples and cheese?
No,
No.
just apple.
Apples and cheddar cheese are really great. That is a really great combination. I've already got some ripe ones in the freezer. I love frozen bananas at Disneyland. Laughing out loud. Solarton's going to start up some stuff. He up and about. I have heard that Bigfoot has a similar scent to Mar. I don't know about that. Well, if it's, give it a try, I guess. You know, I mean, honey is like bee pee, isn't it? Or bee vomit. I think spaying should only be done for medical reasons like cancer or something similar. If I'm correct, I want to spay a dog until they are over 2 years old because of the growth plates. I wouldn't get a dog. I mean, I own dogs, but I adopt them. They're already fixed. Yeah, the same with neuters. If it's a male, has medical issues. Yeah, that's the vets will say stuff like this, like if you get your dog neutered, it won't get prostate cancer. But that doesn't make any sense, and I'll tell you why. If your dog does get prostate cancer, which I've never known a male dog that's had prostate cancer, okay? I'm just going to tell you that. And if they do get prostate cancer, how you fix it is by castrating them. So do it then. Right? Problem solved. That's not the approach. Let's just castrate them right now so that they don't get prostate cancer. But prostate cancer is really not that common in dogs. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I think the main thing that you'll see in a dog that gets prostate cancer is like a dog that is having trouble going to the bathroom. Lots of vets are against breeding dogs too. Well, I mean, I'm against breeding dogs. Like, is it a responsible breeder? How many of them aren't responsible? Lots of them. There's backyard breeders that are horrible. There's the, the puppy mills. They're horrible. I don't know what that said. Number 10. I don't know what that meant. Should be as alone. I'm watching something on TV. Oh. Your TV sounds like a police scanner. It is not. I love Marmite. It was good. It was good. It was pretty good. Honey, post that shirt again one more time. Hang on. Hey, little legs. Here's another shirt. Is Marmite fish? No, it's like Vegemite. It's like it's a product you put on like toast, or you can make a drink out of it. It's delicious. It's real. GameStop stock market story is pretty interesting. Hopefully it changes things in the future. I don't know too much about it. I'm gonna check it out. I've never heard of it. In Australia it's Vegemite. In England it's Marmite. And you put it on buttered toast, or yes, it's a yeast extract that they get from making beer or something. It's high in B vitamins. So you toast bread and then you put a little Marmite on there. Well, thank you, Balsamic Vin. Well, thank you. I wish YouTube felt the same way. They don't. Honestly, never seen Maltese so well behaved as Peter is trained. Are you doing any mushroom hunting this year? Maybe this spring and summer, yes. I do know where some red varnish cap are, and I would consider doing more else this year. You know, maybe. I haven't done any chaga hunting yet, but I plan to. I just had a hernia operation last month, about a little while ago. So, no, not those. But, so, I was just getting over that. Peter, can you hack into the mainframe? Yeah, probably. Zelope? Probably. I canceled the doctor's appointment. I feel better, and I went to the first pre-op, and I had stuff to do today. I had to cancel. I feel bad about it, but I couldn't get there. So, not responsible of me, but that's what I did. So be it. What do y'all think about that? I feel bad, but I feel good. So, and that's it. I think I've been on here for the extra hour.
I'm about to post one more thing.
Katya's posting one more thing. Peter, I'm going to tune out for the night. Take care. Hi, Landon. Anna S. It'll be okay, Peter. You have. I've done, dude, worried about COVID. My childhood was, it's been over for an hour, Peter. Marmite, crumpets. Now I'm hungry. Hang on. Katya's putting one more thing out. Put it out.
Just give me a minute.
Okay. Katya is so lovely. Look at her back there. Jesus. What an animal. Some Reddit users, yeah, I know. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you, Toxic. She loved. Peter, the CIA implanted 5G chips into Bigfoot. No, they didn't. They couldn't handle Bigfoot. They couldn't handle Bigfoot. Memes have changed. There you go. That's it. That stream will be up for forever. Great stream. Thank you, Reggie. Anna, thank you. Katya says good night.
Good night.
Moon Lover, good night. Good night, everybody. Abdul's not here, but Abdul, thank you. Toxic, good night. Ver Isperin Zelo, Desi, H.P. Lovecraft, Little Eggs, Milk Roots, Little Eggs. Yeah, thanks, Abdul. Billy Jack vibes. Billy Jack, what a great movie. What a great movie. Logan Walker, Beat a Moon Lover, Hugh Morris. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all. Thanks, Abdul.